Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads pregame show. I am your host, Justin Haas, alongside me, my co-host, Coby Segal, and we have Game 3 between the Bay Area Admirals and the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and the Crawdads are looking to sweep the series here at Monte Vista. First pitch should be in about 15 minutes, around 1 o'clock. And Ryan Brome hit for the second cycle in Crawdad's history, and he also had 9 RBI, which is tied for the most in Crawdad's history. And he got his average up above 300, where below that he was in the low 200s. But he really hasn't gotten out against the Admirals only one time. He's 7 for 8 in this series, and he's playing again today, batting third. What do you make of Brome's performance yesterday, Cobe?
Uh, well, Brome was fantastic. His last two games, he has been on a wicked run. In his 11 plate appearances, he's been out once because, he's been out twice. One was a sac fly, though. So he has just been on an absolute tear. And we're talking about him, potentially struggling maybe a few days ago. We talked to his mom after the game. He said he was frustrated, but after these last two games, he is really locked in.
Shout out to Debbie. She really came through clutch yesterday with good drinks and Costco cookies. And, it was a tough situation because it was over 100 degrees, and yet she helped make the best of it. So shout out to Mrs. Brome. But anyways, speaking of the Bromes, we have the lineup for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. So batting leadoff, you got Ryan Ellis, the on-base machine. Alongside him, you have Casey Cummings, who's back in the lineup after missing the last few games. He's DHing and hitting second. Then you got Brome at third, Matt King batting fourth, and then you've got Donnelly, Gilliam, Pointer, Finney, and Harrison. And I just want to give some credit to Griffin Harrison yesterday. Not a lot of people are talking about it because you look at Brome with his 5 hits in the cycle. John Gazdar had 4 hits in his last game with the Crawdads. And then you had Griffin Harrison and Cole Fellows each get 3 hits. And for Harrison, that's the most hits he's had in a game so far this year. He's back in that 9th spot, and a lot of people like to call that 9th spot the second leadoff spot, and he really served that role yesterday, getting on base a lot, especially now that you've got guys like Ellis, Cummings, and Brome, and King, for that matter, right behind you. We know those guys can produce runs. I mean, Brome is now leading the CCL in RBI, and so I want to give some love to him. But is there anyone else you want to shout out in this lineup?
Well, Ryan Ellis, I think, deserves all the shout-outs in the world because if you go by on-base percentage, in terms of players in the CCL with over 11 at-bats, he leads the CCL in on-base percentage with 576. Now, yesterday he was on base 3 times, and I believe his on-base percentage might have either stayed the same or went down. I don't know, but he is just on base every time, and to have the leadoff guy, is so good at getting on base. You just have such an advantage over not only the other team's leadoff guy, but the pitcher, and it's just so nice to start with no outs and one guy on base almost every time to start the game.
Especially because over the last week and a half, Ryan Ellis and John Gazdar have really formed one of the best middle infield duos in the CCL, arguably the best. And obviously, like we said, Gazdar is gone. He's going to the Cape Cod for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. When we didn't know John for very long, but it was clear he made a strong impact on the squad, and we truly do wish him the best in Massachusetts. But Ryan Ellis, he's consistent. We know he's going to be here. He's going to get on base. He's going to hit leadoff. Like, if there's one guy, we have our Meadowlark Dairy player of the game to get on base, and I think Ryan Ellis is that today, and he's always a safe option because it's basically guarantees someone to get free ice cream. So shout out to him. But let's talk about the Admirals lineup for a little bit. At the leadoff spot, they got Kenny DeSell, the Crawdad killer, followed by Santos, Pierce, Grant, Rudy, Kent, Rossi, Schaff, Martinez, and then they have Nick Gonzalez on the bum. And so something I've noticed throughout this series is Kenny DeSell has been hitting leadoff, which I find fascinating because when the Crawdads saw the Admirals early in the year in a 3-game series, DeSell was really hitting like third and fourth. They had Coby rolling up into that leadoff spot. Yesterday you saw rolling hitting seventh, and today he's just out of the lineup. He's been struggling, batting in the low 200s, but they want to get DeSell more ABs, and rightfully so. Pierce in that 3-hole, he's another guy you want to get ABs, but I mean, like we've said this before, the strength of this Admiral squad is their lineup, and that was very evident yesterday in an 18-7 loss because, yes, their pitching was not good, right? They gave up 18 runs, but they scored 7 runs, and more times than not, that's going to win you ball games. It just didn't that time because of a historic performance by Ryan Brome. But overall, what do you see when you look at this Admirals lineup?
Well, today they have Ryan Pierce back in the lineup. They have no Jared Wood, but I mean, yeah, Kenny DeSell's kind of been the one staple of this lineup. They have Brock Rudy, who yesterday walked twice and got hit by a pitch 3 times. I mean, he gets on base whatever way he can, and so that'll be tough for the Crawdads. But the Crawdads, I think what they need to do with this lineup is because of Kenny DeSell at batting leadoff, they cannot put the guys at the bottom of the lineup on base. Because, I mean, when you put the guys at the bottom of the lineup on base who might not necessarily hurt you, then you suddenly have DeSell when he can actually do damage with the guys on base instead of hitting, instead of getting a base hit with no one on base. So, and I believe all of their walks from 2 days ago, or I believe most of their walks were towards guys on the bottom of the lineup, and that really cost them. So today they cannot be walking guys at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, you mentioned guys like Brock Rudy. He's the guy that we didn't see earlier in the season, but he's been good for them. The Hawaii Rainbow Warrior, you got a guy like Jack Grant, who even though he goes to the University of Arizona, which is very unfortunate for him, he's been good for the too. And so overall, it's a solid lineup like we've talked before. And, the strength of both of these teams is their lineup. And these pitchers are going to have a difficult job today. But let's talk about Tyler Wood first for the Crawdads. This is a kid who he's been the Sunday starter for the Crawdads, and he's been really good. In his last outing against the Sacramento Heat, he was nearly perfect through 5 innings. He probably should have been perfect. He had the hit by pitch in the 4th inning. That was controversial with the way that the ball ricocheted. It looked like it hit off the knob of the bat, but anyways, beside that, obviously no hits, no walks. Like, he was very clean through 5, and coming off that strong performance, what do you see for him today against this Bay Area Admirals squad?
Well, I think he needs to do exactly what he did last time. He had, you said, no walks. One. Technically, it was hit by pitch. You can debate that, but no walks. That is such the key for these Crawdad pitchers. Walks are always the key. We say it every game, and yet it doesn't matter. Walks will usually be the key for this Crawdads because the Crawdads defense is very good. We've seen it all season. I mean, even without Casey Cummings in center field, their defense is great. Even without Gazzard, even without Cam Calvillo, their defense is really fantastic. So not letting these Admiral hitters off the hook. Let's see what they can do by hitting the ball, and if they start beating you, then you can adjust. But walking guys, especially starting off with first pitch balls, because Tyler Wood, last time we saw, he pounded the zone with first pitch strikes, and in every single one of the walks, of the 6 walks we saw on 2 days ago, that was Friday, 6 walks. All 6 of them were they started off with a 2-0 count. So that is really hard to pitch from behind 2-0 because you can't just like groove one down the middle because they might crush it. So it just makes it really hard. So I mean, first pitch strikes, pound the zone, pound the zone.
Yeah, and the other thing too about Tyler Wood is I mentioned how he's been the consistent Sunday starter, but he's only pitched one time against a CCL team so far. That was against the Sonoma Stompers on June 11th, and that was arguably his worst performance of the season. He went 3 innings, allowed 2 earned. He had 3 walks in that game, so you talk about the walks and stuff. So now he's playing another CCL opponent, granted, a CCL affiliate at that, but we've come to realize that this Admirals squad is very respectable. I mean, you can look at that 18-7 victory yesterday and say, oh, well, they weren't even really competing. The Crawdads put up so many crooked numbers, but at the same time, we've seen what this Admiral squad has done to Healdsburg and what they've won a couple games against the Crawdads earlier in the season, and so curious to see how Wood performs. But on the other side, you got Nick Gonzalez. He pitched against the Crawdads earlier in the series when they had that 3-game series, the one home game that they had on June 7th. He went 2 1/3, allowed 3 earned, couple hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and that's also his worst performance of the season so far. Probably he got pinned with the loss and all that, and so I'm curious to see how he responds to that, if he's able to bounce back or what he looks like. But do you have any final thoughts on Nick Gonzalez or just this game as a whole?
Well, he is a uh, uh, he's sort of a skinnier pitcher, and the velocity is not the strongest. Maybe I think we'll see more high. I think we'll see more high 80s, but this is definitely a pitcher that the Crawdads will be able to hit.
Yeah, and I think now's a great time to sign off as you see the players are taking the field and the national anthem is going to be played. And so thank you all for listening. For my co-host, Coby Segal, I am your host, Justin Haas. Thank you again for listening to the Crawdads pregame show.
101.
Fouled straight back. The count is we're having some video difficulty. And he deals. Slider swung through for strike 2.
What am I doing wrong?
2-2 count. Not called. So leadoff walk for Tyler Wood. That'll bring up
Second for the Admirals, the second baseman, number 30.
runner on first, no outs. The 0-0 pitch from Tyler Wood to the second baseman. Swung on past the diving Finney. We're going to have first and third here, no outs. This is a lot harder than it looks to do play-by-play, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm thankful that we have Austin.
Batting third for the Admirals, the first baseman, number 18, Ryan Pierce.
Ryan Pierce, the first baseman for Bay Area, steps in now with an opportunity to drive in a run. Tyler Wood deals. Jam job to Matt King, to Ellie, double play. But a run will score, making it 1-0 Admirals.
All right, do you need me back?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember
Please.
what the first pitch was to Garrett Santos, the second hitter? Was it a strike or a
First
ball?
pitch was a ball.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Wait, no. It's the second hitter.
Yeah.
Oh, second hitter or the first?
So first pitch single to Santos.
Yes.
All right.
A pick off and then double play.
All right.
You're back.
I don't know, man. Here's the cleanup hitter, Jack Grant, the man out of the University of Arizona. 1-0 Admirals lead. First pitch fastball up high, a ball and no strikes.
Thank you.
Oh man. Grant hit 8th last night, but is in the cleanup spot today. Takes a fastball on the upper edge, called a strike. Your first pitch was at 101. Temperature, the best I can do for you
Very
is
hot.
it is hot. First pitch time and temperature brought to you by Metal Arc Dairy, trying to keep that Old Town vibe since the early 1900s. The 1-1 from Wood is a fastball grounded to third on the backhand
Matt
dive.
King.
Griffin Harrison gets it past the bag. Long throw to first. Can't be dug out by Finney.
What a play.
It's got to be an error.
Ah.
On Finney, not on Griffin.
I don't think you can give an error on that. I think it's just a hit.
All right.
Just for the pure fact that Griffin had to lay out.
He would throw to beat him pretty easily. Throw to beat him pretty easily had Finney been able to dig it out, but unable to.
It slipped.
That'll bring up Brock Rudy, the catcher. So 1-0, 2 hits, a leadoff walk by Kenny DeSell, then a single by Garrett Santos. Ryan Pierce grounded into a double play. Jack Grant just was safe at first base. Here's Brock Rudy, the catcher, lines this one to the right side, foul.
This is how you attack this guy, because I distinctively remember when I pitched against him, his toes were almost on the plate. He likes to crowd the plate, so you just jam him.
Out of the University of Hawaii, the Rainbow Warrior.
His helmet's cool.
Not a fan.
You're not a fan?
No. 0-1 to him is a changeup. Good spot on the
Great
outside.
pitch right there.
0-2.
Not a fan of the helmet, really.
Really,
I
truly.
mean, it doesn't go well with their jerseys, but I'm sure it
Yeah,
looks
I don't mind the helmet by
Hawaii.
itself, but with the
left that changeup a little arm side there. I was trying to go changeup, heater, changeup again in the same spot, but missed there. Probably going to see a fastball. I like going in on this guy right here.
3-2, fastball up high, ball 4. Second walk already for Wood. Runners on first and second, 2 outs for Reese Kent. One nothing Admirals. Austin Ota, Sean Fitzpatrick on the call.
Doesn't move fast enough for it.
No balls, 1 strike to Reese Kent. Wood comes set and delivers the slider up high, 1-1.
Woody leaving a lot of pitches up and arm side today. I think having a focus with him and Sam Gillian going away to righties like that on the left side would really help get back on track.
1-1. Fastball just a little high, 2-1.
The stuff looks really good right now. Just
Wood looks into Gilliam, runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here's his 2-1. Fastball line to first base, Emmett Finney in foul territory makes the grab for out number 3. A run comes home to score on a pair of hits, a pair of walks, no errors. We'll head to the bottom of the first half, or the first inning, 1-0, the Admirals lead. Bottom half of the first inning, the Crawdads lineup looks like this. Ryan Ellis, Casey Cummings, Ryan Brome, the second baseman, DH, and center fielder in that order. Matt King, the shortstop, hits cleanup for Joey Donnelly, the left fielder, hitting 5th. Sam Gilliam will be behind the plate, hitting 6th, with Tyson Pointer in right field, batting 7th. Emmett Finney hits 8th, with Griffin Harrison rounding out the lineup that will face Matt Gonzalez. Fitzy, what can you tell me about the Admirals righty?
So Gonzalez is 1-1 through 6 2/3 with 2 starts. He's got 8 punch outs and 8 walks, along with 6 hits to go with him, and a 6.75 ERA.
So not a great start to the CCL summer for Gonzalez. 1-0 though, his team leads, so maybe pitching with a lead will help him a little bit. He'll be facing Ryan Ellis. 429 average, 3 home runs, 12 batted in. First pitch to Ellis is a fastball called on the outside.
that was
I
in
didn't
the
think
other
so.
batter's box. I literally watched it cross. So, off to a good start here.
What do you got? No calls to go his way in the first.
0.
The 0-1 from Gonzalez. Ellis takes in the dirt. 1-1. A pitch that was called the strike to Tyson Pointer yesterday.
Yeah, it was. And Tyson didn't like it and made that well
Very
aware.
known.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1 to Ellis. Takes down and in 2-1. Before the game today, about an hour and a half before, one of our coaches, Austin Harrington, called to me, and one of the guys came over, and some guy that I had never seen before, and he introduced himself as an umpire, as 2-1 to Ellis is on the inside 2-2, and when he said he was an umpire, I got a little worried. I thought I was gonna get like a talking to from the league umpiring office for saying some stuff on the broadcast yesterday.
Yeah, well, a lot of umpires miss a lot of calls, and
That was the
that's
case
just-
yesterday.
Yeah, it was the case yesterday, and it happens.
2-2, Gonzalez to Ellis. He chops one to second base on the big hop. Garrett Santos gets it, throws to first in time to retire Ellis. 4-3 goes the putout.
It's a very uncommon thing for Ellie to do there. Not a big rollover guy. Usually his miss, I guess you could say, I always see it left field. The fly out to left field is his miss most of the time. When he rarely misses, obviously, because he's hitting like 400.
Here's Casey Cummings, 341, 4 homers, 7 runs batted in. Flies the first pitch he sees to right field and shallow. Coming in
thing.
towards the line, Luke Rossi. He will dive and he can't make the catch. It goes past him. Casey's going to be into second with a stand-up double. Welcome back, Casey Cummings. First hit for the Crawdads on the day.
It's good to see him moving way better after the scary little ankle. Yeah,
The defense for the Admirals, left to right in the outfield, Reese Kent, Kenny DeSalle, Luke Rossi, with Jack Grant and Blake Schaff on the left side, Garrett Santos, Ryan Pierce second and first, Brock Rudy behind the plate. And here's Ryan Brome, who had a Crawdad record 9 runs batted in yesterday, and hitting here with a runner in scoring position already.
he's just the man. He is the man.
338 average, 4 homers, 27 runs batted in. First pitch slider down low, 1-0.
I'm going to go ahead and predict this one. He's going to hit a line drive. I'm going to go left center gap. Casey's going to score for his 29th RBI, correct?
I like it. 28th,
28th, my bad.
the 1-0. Brome lines this one through the left side, off the glove of the shortstop. He's going to go to third. The tag is not in time. Third baseman dropped the ball, so another single for Ryan Brome. Doesn't drive in a run, but the series of
Halfway
Ryan Brome
there.
continues. Yeah. Here's Matt King. Back-to-back hits for the Dads. They're right back in business.
Very similar to yesterday.
Did you know that until the home run yesterday that he hit, every single hit that Ryan Brome has had this year was to the left side?
Really?
First pitch to Matt King is a fastball at the knees, 0-1.
I thought he hit a homer at our place.
The home run to right field as well, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Outside of those two. So everything
okay.
that has not been a home run has
Has
been
been the other way.
center or left. The 0-1. Curveball topped over the head of the mound. Gonzalez scoops it, throws the second one. Back to first. In time double play.
What a play there.
1-6-3 on the double play. Matt King is grounded into now 4 double plays on the season, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second after a terrific defensive play.
PFP.
1-0 Crawdads trail. top two here in Danville, California. Tyler Wood back out for his second inning of work. He'll be facing Luke Rossi, Blake Schaff, and the name of Martinez that I don't know. Are you going to double as cameraman and broadcaster?
Gavin.
Gavin Martinez.
I
Thank you.
remember just hearing that.
Here's Luke Rossi, the right fielder, facing Tyler Wood.
Yeah, shout out to Mac for that one.
First pitch fastball on the outside, 0-1.
Great pitch to start. Already like it. Already liking it.
Woody is just a strike thrower. I think the first inning was not indicative, or the numbers in the first inning were not indicative of how well he pitched. As there's a beautiful changeup off the outside, swung on and missed, 0-2.
Just a beautiful pitch. Like I said earlier, he did the same thing to a lefty. He went fastball, changeup right in the same spot. He did the same thing right there.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball taps back in front of the plate, and that'll get foul off to the right. Count will say 0-2.
What's impressive to me is just his plan for attacking hitters, because obviously, I mean, you can tell he's trying to go away to this guy multiple times, and then now you get the hitter thinking you're going away, and you go in.
0-2, fastball up high, 1-2. Not an overpowering guy, so I think he kind of makes up for it with all the other things. How smart he is on the mound, how efficient he is.
Yeah, the pitchability is there, without a doubt.
1-2. Slider off the outside edge. Good pitch, though, 2-2.
Very good pitch. What are you throwing here, Austin?
I don't hate a changeup. The changeup's, I think, been his best pitch today. Kind of bury it down and in.
I like it.
2-2. Fastball got him swinging.
He just said, here it is, dude.
Challenge pitch right down the middle. Blew it past him. First strikeout for Woody. But I feel like he should have a couple more, because there were a couple in the first inning that...
Yeah, he definitely was not getting help from the umpire in the first inning.
Speaking of the umpires, it's Tony Ortiz behind the plate, Miguel Richardson over at first, and a Harold de Guzman at short. Or, not at short, at third, the roving umpire. Here's Blake Schaff, the shortstop. First pitch to him is a changeup, swung on and missed. Made him look like a fool on that one.
There's
0-1. That changeup might be one of the best single pitches on the team.
Yeah, he's got a good changeup, dude. I would not, yeah. It's a really good pitch.
0-1. Off the outside with a fastball, 1-1. What's your number one? Because I've been saying the slider, but I don't know if you have a different opinion.
For me, I think it's my fastball.
Okay.
Just because...
1-1. Grounded to first base. Emmett Finney's right
FP.
there, and he misses it. E3 for Emmett Finney.
Okay.
Not quite sure how he missed that ball.
I don't know if it kicked weird or what happened, or maybe it didn't kick and it was supposed to. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think for me it's my fastball just because I have a lot of arm side run on it, and I can do a lot of things with it just because of my slot. I can elevate with it. I can go in, I can go away. So I also like it because it's just it's obviously usually your best pitch.
Here's Gavin Martinez, the DH, batting ninth in his first game in the Admirals jerseys. First pitch to him is hit high to right field, hit hard, but right at Tyson Pointer, who reaches up, makes the catch for the second out. The bench went crazy for that one.
Yeah, they were excited to see Tyson catch that one.
I meant their bench. Their bench got excited.
Really?
Sounded like their bench.
I can't really hear with this headset, to be honest with you. I can hear Max announcements, but that's about it.
Here's Kenny DeSell, who reached on a walk, his first at bat, a full count walk. A couple pitches that could have been called strike three to him as well. First pitch to him here is a slider on the outside, 0-1.
It's a great pitch. Just love getting ahead. First pitch strikes are the easiest way to get an out. You know, the statistics of a first pitch strike, the batting average?
I do not. Do you?
Not well, but I know it goes from an 0-0 count. It's a pretty decent batting average. As soon as it's 0-1, it goes down to 200.
Wow.
And then 0-2, you're looking at 150.
Wood has thrown first pitch strikes to 8 of the 10 batters he's faced today. It's a good recipe for success.
Very good recipe.
He nods his head. 1-1. Runner goes from first, pitches off the outside. Gilliam a quick throw to second, but it's offline. In at second is Blake Schaff with the steal.
It's a hard pitch to make a throw on from Gilly there. Kind of had him going away from his body, and then he had to throw off the knees.
Two balls and a strike to Garrett Santos. Here's Wood. Coming set and the 2-1. Hit high on the infield. Sam Gilliam going back to third baseman Harrison charging, but Gilliam will go to a backhand and make the catch for the third out.
Ooh, that's a tough play for a catcher to make, but Gilly made it and made it look easy.
It's what he does. That'll end the inning. After an error by Emmett Finney leaves the runner stranded, we'll head to the bottom half of the second. 1-0 Admirals. Bottom half of the second inning, 1-0 the Crawdads trail. They'll send Joey Donnelly, Sam Gilliam, Tyson Pointer to hit against Nick Gonzalez, the righty.
You know who I love to watch hit baseballs very hard?
Joey Donnelly.
Joey Donnelly.
Me too. Do you know his nickname?
Moose.
Is that what you call him?
That's what we all call him, Moose.
Oh, I kind of like that better. Here's the first pitch to Joey. It's swung on and missed. A good fastball on the inside, 0-1. I started calling him Moon Man last year because he hits the ball to the moon.
He does.
Like he has to have the biggest of the launch angles on the team.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like in BP, it goes straight.
0-1. Donnelly takes just off the inside, maybe a little low, 1-1.
In BP, it goes straight up and then over the fence.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of like teleports. Like you see it go straight up and then it just goes over the fence.
1-1. Donnelly takes a slider in off his foot, off his back foot, he thinks. And they're going to send him to first to hit by pitch.
There's a little confusion there. Catcher saying, I don't think it hit him. Joey obviously knows it hit him because he took off running. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think any good hitter like Joey is just going to take a hit by pitch.
I would
He'd
take
much
a
rather
hit by
swing.
pitch.
You would?
I would. I wasn't that good of a hitter.
See, if this was like me in high school, I would definitely take it. But now since I don't get to hit, I would not take a hit by pitch. I want to swing.
Here's Sam Gilliam, the catcher, 286, 3 home runs, 7 RBI. He had an absolute tank the other day against these Admirals. First pitch to him here is grounded past third hard, but foul.
One thing that Gilly does great is he gets the barrel head out. So when he's on a fastball, or honestly anything out front, and his barrel's there, it gets sent over the scoreboard.
Literally.
Literally over the
We've
scoreboard.
seen 3 Gilly home runs, and I think all of them have been over the scoreboard and left.
Yeah. Well, the walk-off was left center, kind of, but it was way gone.
0-1 pop-up, back of the plate, Brock Rudy, the catcher, drifting, and he cannot make the catch. Sam Gilliam gives the catcher Rudy a little taste of his own medicine. That's a play Gilliam makes 10 times out of 10.
Without a doubt.
No play. I think we're so lucky to have three really good catchers, like
Without a doubt.
especially in summer ball when I feel like good catching is at a premium.
Yeah, it's hard because obviously as a pitcher you want to have someone behind the plate that you can trust and you work with and get things done. And we have three of them right here.
0-2. Gilliam pounds it past third, foul. Gilly's been really impressive at the dish. I've heard his receiving is really good. Does struggle, and I think admittedly so a little bit with the footwork behind the plate, getting out quick throws to second. Nico Button just works good at bats. Everything he fights. I've heard he's fun behind the plate as well.
He's very fun behind the plate. He works hard, but all of our catchers work hard. Gilly works unbelievably hard. Firestone works unbelievably hard. Button works unbelievably hard.
Pickoff move, Donnelly back in at first. And I was just going to say, I think maybe the best defensive catcher of the three is Firestone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't ever pitched to Firestone, so I don't know. He's caught me in the bullpen, but I've only thrown to Gilly or Button, in game at least.
No balls, 2 strikes to Gilliam. Not a guy that strikes out a ton. 0-2. Fastball up high, 1-2.
Wow, I thought you just jinxed him right there.
Never.
Really attacking away from Gilly, which, I mean, I get.
A lot of pull power from Gilliam.
Yeah, I guess trying to stay away maybe.
1-2. Way up high, 2-2.
That's just a waste pitch. Not competitive, but we'll see how Gonzalez bounces back with this one. I like, does he slider or curveball? Do we know?
I think slider. Looks more slide than curve.
Let's go slider away here maybe.
2-2, spiked with... I couldn't really tell what
I
that
think
was.
that was a heater, I'm going to be honest with you. That was...
Whatever it was, 2 pretty bad waste pitches in a row.
Yeah, it's just hard. Like, those misses are so big, they're not competitive enough to you're not able to kind of blend anything with it.
Donnelly's back in after a pickoff move. 1-0 the Admirals lead here in the bottom half of the second inning.
That was his better move there. Yeah, one previous on Donnelly was slower, and this one was a little quicker and do it harder.
3-2, slider drops into the strike zone.
I think that's Uncle Charlie. I think that's a curveball.
Yeah, that one looked more curved than slide. Maybe he has both.
I mean, that was a good pitch there from Gonzalez. Hats off. Started the curveball right at Gilly and just dropped it in there. I think it's hard first time through the order not seeing a curveball and then it being just dropped on you, especially for a strike.
Here's Tyson Pointer, who I believe he got the recorded at bat yesterday.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. First pitch to him is a slider way off the outside, 1-0. So Pointer saw 2 pitches. Both of them were called strikes.
The first one definitely was, I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
The second one was a curveball that bounced, and I can attest to this because I was behind the fence at home plate, and I saw it bounce into the catcher's glove. He picks it, the dirt comes up, the umpire goes strike, and then chaos ensued.
They're really worried about Mr. CCL leader in CCL North leader in steals over at first base.
He's the leader in steals?
Uh-huh.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
In the North, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
There's no way.
Isn't that crazy? 1-0. Pointer takes a fastball on the outside, 1-1. It's not like Joey's like slow.
No.
But he's not fast.
I mean, he can move. Same thing with Bromey, dude.
Brome is fast.
Bromer can move.
Brome is legitimately fast. Brome is one of the best athletes on this team. 1-1. Fastball hit high to the right side, foul. 1-2.
I just didn't know JD had the North steals. I mean, there's we have guys like surely Casey. I guess he's not probably stealing today, but surely Casey has a lot. He's on base, an absolute meg load. I mean, he gets hit probably every at bat.
1-2. Slider swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks.
That's all I got for that one.
Here's Emmett Finney, first baseman. I always felt like when you make an error, even if it doesn't impact the inning, you always want to come up and do something the next inning.
Well, I mean,
little
whether
more.
it's so my thing on errors, like obviously physical mistakes happen in
Yep.
the game of baseball. Like no one's perfect.
Pick up.
For my outlook on it, at least, is that I think that you can't press too much on when you make an error because that's whenever you start swinging at bad pitches or try to make up for it or you make another error.
First pitch slider off the outside, 1-0.
Casey is tied for first with home runs, 3. I think he's leading that.
One ball, no strikes.
It does affect the pitcher, though, because you're also adding pitches on him with an error. So it's a give and a taketh.
2-0.
At least second in batting average with 4.44.
Shout out to Donovan Chris. Just look at him over there.
Look at Donovan. 2-0. Finney takes a fastball on the outside, 2-1. Donovan Chris pitches for this team.
The man.
We've seen him twice.
He does his job.
Does his job. He was good at UC San Diego.
Honestly, I have no clue. I'm not a
Not a big UC
West
San
Coast
Diego
guy,
guy.
so I just don't know everyone's stats.
2-1. Tapper off of Finney in the box, 2-2. So when you're finding out who's playing, or when did you see the roster for the first time of the guys on this team? Was it like through the Instagram?
Yeah, when everyone was posting, or y'all were posting like all of our, I guess the cards or whatever, like where everyone's from. And I honestly, the only school that I recognized was, like, and I mean recognize as in like, knew of it like pretty well previously was Nebraska. Like
2-2, swing and a miss.
Bergie and the other guy that was supposed to come, right?
Yeah, Corbin Hawkins.
Yeah.
Forever Crawdad. Anyway, 3 back-to-back-to-back strikeouts will send us to the top of the third. 1-0, the Admirals lead.
Welcome back to the top of the third inning. The second baseman for the Admirals is going to lead off here against Woody for his third inning of work.
Good job.
Thank you.
Garrett Santos is 1 for 1. Cuts through a first pitch, strike 1.
Change up.
I love a good first pitch changeup.
The changeup is such a good pitch. I still think it's the best pitch in baseball.
I think a good changeup will win every time.
I mean, it's
0-1, changeup wanted to go but didn't. 1-1.
I mean, how could you not like it? It's a slower fastball. Like, that's simply just a recipe for success in and of itself.
1-1 changeup swung on and missed. He's just got these Admirals hitters dancing.
I know this is fun to watch. I like whenever they look dumb swinging.
I do too.
It's very enjoyable.
1-2. Fastball top to the right side. Ryan Ellis gets a high hop, tosses to first in time. 4-3 on the putout.
Very good job by Woody right there, not giving up a 0-2, 1-2 hit like I do. That's a very frustrating thing to do. That tends to happen actually on my changeup a lot.
Really?
I will throw an 0-2 or 1-2 changeup down and away to a righty, and they will hit it off the end up the middle, and it will bounce over second base and trickle through to center field. I think that's probably happened 3 times this year.
Here's Ryan Pierce. First pitch slider fouled off to the right. 0-1.
But Austin, do you know how we correct that?
Be better.
No, you throw heaters when you're supposed to throw a changeup,
Okay.
because then it'll just break their bat or they won't touch it. Slider.
Slider tapped to third. Harrison goes to the backhand, uses that very strong arm, and retires Pierce at first. He might have the best arm on the team.
Shout out to Griffin Harrison, dude. He's
such a dude.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever you put him, he makes plays. He usually hits the ball pretty well. I mean, what did he have, like
3
2 or
hits
3
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a very, like, subtle, like, really good days for Griff.
Agreed.
And he can move, too.
He might be best in center field. Here's Jack Grant. First pitch changeup, swing and a miss. Like, I think that might be his best spot, but he's just so good on the infield that
I know, you just can't. It's like, it's one of those things you just kind of, wherever you need it, you can put him in.
Yep.
You'll have confidence that'll make plays.
0-1 slider on the outside, called strike 2.
That was a little late call there. I didn't know if
I
you could call it or
got
not.
worried a little bit.
I kind of had a little scare there.
0-2. Fastball high, 1-2. Yeah, Griffin's really impressed me this summer. He's like super duper utility guy. Like you said, just kind of hits the ball hard, finds a way to get on base.
Wow, it's 95 degrees.
1-2. Changeup popped into center field. Ryan Brome, the center fielder, is literally right there. Makes the catch for the third out. 1-2-3. Go the Admirals. Will head bottom 3. Crawdads looking to attack for the first time here on the Crawdad streaming network.
Willie Mays catch by Bromey there.
Bottom half of the third inning. Mr. 707 comes to the plate. Do you have the call to the bullpen?
7.
You have
No,
the
I
call?
don't have it memorized.
I have it memorized.
Go
Are you
for
ready?
it. Yeah.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment.
I mean, I think I had about 85% of it.
First pitch to Mr. 707 is up high with a fastball 1-0. The new pitcher is Josh Petrill.
Josh Petrill.
Exactly.
Little unorthodox delivery here.
1-0 fastball outside, 2-0.
I feel weird saying that.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't call
he
anyone
said-
unorthodox.
I mean, this is weird though.
Yeah. 2-0 fastball on the inside, 2-1.
Oh wow, I don't know if that was a strike there. Low slot righty kind of throws a little closed off.
2-1. Changeup looked like swing and a miss. In a weird way, like a little bit of Nick Proctor in him.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
Similar arm slot, similar way they like faced the batter at the start. 2-2 slider fouled off to the right.
Dr. Proctor though his stuff is unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm in no way comparing their talent.
No, the delivery is very
Yeah.
close. I think Proctor doesn't really throw out a windup, but from leg lift,
2-2 called strike 3 on the outside.
just a good
4 in a
pitch.
row for Admirals pitching.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Cummings is happy. Maybe.
Can we get like a
Great.
thoughts on like a Pat Neshek comparison? You remember
On
Pat
this?
Neshek? Yeah.
Yeah, not as
See
low,
that?
not as low,
Not as
slot,
low.
but very, very. I like that because Neshek pitched for the Astros for a little bit. I do remember watching him. I thought it was cool that dude could throw like 85 in the big leagues.
First pitch slider off the outside to Ellis. 1-0. Yeah, I think Pat Neshek's a solid comp there.
I like that.
Ellis is the Meadowlark batter of the game. Fouls this one back, 1-1.
You remember Luke Gregerson?
Oh my God, that's a name.
I remember whenever
Padres legend, I believe.
yeah, not an Astros legend.
Uh-uh.
When he was with the Astros and like we would always watch Astro games growing up. I would always be so pissed when we brought him in the game. It sucked. My mom would be mad too. She didn't like him either.
1-1. Ellis grounds this one through the right side. That's a base hit. That's free ice cream.
Ice cream.
Have you been to Meadowlark?
No, I haven't.
It is elite ice cream.
Is it?
It's really good, and it's like good price.
Okay.
Like, have you
That's
seen
the big
the?
thing here. I'm
have-
gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, definitely. Have you seen the our Instagram stories about it?
Yeah.
So like that, like it's like yay tall. It's like $4.
That's worth it
Yeah.
to me. I mean, price is everything. Am I right?
Especially here.
Yeah, especially here.
Here's Casey Cummings, doubled in his first at bat. Takes a first pitch fastball up high, 1-0. Back to Pat Neshek. That guy's a Giants legend because he gave up the home run to Michael Morse in the 2014 NLCS. That
Michael Morse is a name.
set up the Travis Ishikawa walk-off home run.
And him, I forgot about all these guys. I remember playing MLB The Show, and I would always I just remember these names, dude.
I was a big Travis Ishikawa fan. I used to tell people that we were related simply because we were both Japanese.
That's the biggest flex. Like, yeah, me and him are related because we're Japanese.
Exactly. 1-1 to Cummings. Slider off the inside, 2-1.
See, I actually really like that slider from his slot.
Yeah.
I mean, he started that at probably behind Casey and ended up on the inner third. It was a little down, a little close to the knees, but
2-1. Tapper back to the mound could be 2, but instead they're just going to go to 1 and retire Cummings for the second out.
little sinker there. Had some arm side run, got in on the hands of Casey. I think he had time to go to second there.
I did too.
But just take your outs. Now you got 2 outs. You can still work out of it.
It's a good thing he's facing an easy out here in Ryan.
Yeah, probably, honestly, the easiest out in our lineup right now. Definitely not someone who has probably the lead for the eternity in 2-out RBIs.
He has been retired once this series. He's been to the plate 12 times. First pitch slider, called a strike on the outside, 1-0.
Little backdoor slide piece. It's a good pitch to throw.
Is that true? He had 2 walks and went 2 for 2 on Friday, then went 5 for 6 yesterday, and then 1 for 1 today. So this is 13th at bat. His plate appearance has been retired once. Swings over the top of a good changeup, 0-2.
He got out yesterday?
He did in his 5th at bat, grounded out to first.
Oh, I do remember that. Okay. Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Man, that
Brome.
sucks. Only going 5 for 6.
Yeah, no kidding. Ellis, a big leadoff second, 0-2 to Brome. Fastball hit high to left center field. Going over into the gap is DeSalle. Looks like he has room. He does to make the catch for the third out. So Rome is retired for the second time this series.
He stung it.
Crawdads are scoreless yet again. We'll head to the top of the fourth. 1-0 the score. Top half of the fourth inning. 1-0 the Crawdads trail. I feel like we haven't said Crawdads trail a ton in this series.
No, we haven't. We've been jumping out to some really good early leads, but just right now the Admirals pitching are holding us down. Lots of punch outs for our offense.
Tyler Woods back out for his fourth inning of work. He's been good. 2 straight really good starts for Woody. First pitch to Brock Rudy, the catcher, is off the outside, 1-0.
I mean, the last start he was perfect through what?
Perfect through 4, no hits through 5.
Yep, until this whole booth jinxed it and I had to leave because it really made me upset.
Me too. 1-0 is up high, 2-0. If this wasn't literally my job, I would have left too.
I'm not like a superstitious person. I just think you just respect it and just don't
agree.
say anything. Because
2-0, hit high on the infield. Ryan Ellis and Emmett Finney, but it'll be the second baseman Ellis who comes in a little bit and makes the catch for the first out. But back to what you were saying about respecting the game.
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like a feel thing. You just have to have feel. I mean, some people are superstitious, some aren't. I'm not really, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things where just let it be and don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Shout out to my host family getting to watch Domingo Herman's perfect game
Live?
against Oakland. Yeah,
That's cool.
Carter and Steve were there.
Here's Reese Kent. First pitch fastball off the outside, 1-0. Are they A's fans?
No, they're Yankees fans, so it was even better.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. I feel bad for A's fans. Like, genuinely, not even just, like, in a trying to be a bad person way. Like, I feel bad for them.
I just don't understand how you, like, just can't support a Major League Baseball team.
Oh, you're blaming the fans.
I'm not blaming the fans, dude. I'm just saying it's baseball. Like, how could you not like baseball?
Yeah.
So what if they're bad? You get to go watch the other good teams beat them.
2-0. Fastball up high, 3-0. Did you know Tyler Wood's dad is, I believe, the director of groundskeeping at the Coliseum?
I did because Woody showed me a lot about how to tamp mounds.
Yeah, Woody's a big mound keeper.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I made the mistake of using 2 hands on the tamp, and that was like a cardinal sin. I had to use like 1 to balance out the clay or whatever.
Speaking of Clay, that's Woody's dad's name.
Oh,
Clay.
wow. That's awesome.
Which is such a good name
awesome.
for a groundskeeper. 4-pitch walk to Reese Kent. I feel like that's the loudest Woody would get, would be like if someone did a cardinal sin on the mound. Because he's like the most quiet, even-tempered guy on the team.
Yeah,
I'm sure he got frustrated at you for that. Here's Luke Rossi, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him is on the inside with a fastball, 0-1.
Good time for a double play ball right here.
I'm
I'm just going to speak that into existence.
a big double play guy.
Huge double play guy. Goodbye.
Oh, 1. Smash to left field, could be trouble. Going back is Donnelly. He will look up, it's gone. Luke Rossi just crushed that ball.
Yeah, that one got out in a hurry. He just backspun the fastball over the left field fence. It's a 2-run bomb. I'm pretty sure he's been struggling.
Yeah.
I remember pitching against him. Oh, actually, matter of fact, that was the dude that I threw an 0-2 changeup to, and he knuckled one about 2 feet over my head that bounced on second base and trickled through. Really, really frustrated me.
Tough.
Wow, their dugout's very excited.
They don't lead too much.
No, I don't think they do.
Here's
Doesn't
Blake
seem like
Schaff.
it.
Change up below the knees, 1-0. They beat the Mudcats the other day 21-4. But other than that, they have not had a great inaugural season in the CCL.
Yeah, I didn't know this was their first season. That's very interesting. That's a statement.
1-0 comes in and hits him. Yeah, they are. It seems to me, because I know some of the guys on this team, they're an extension of the West Coast Kings that we've played a couple times.
Oh boy.
So they're what we call an affiliate team this year,
Okay.
which means they're ineligible for the playoffs, no matter where they finish.
Well, they wouldn't make them anyways.
Probably not.
Um,
They had a good start to the season.
Oh no, they were good to start the season. I do remember that. But I also remember looking. I think I looked at the records of everyone recently, and they were not in contention.
Gavin Martinez takes first pitch off the outside, 1-0. They're 5th out of the 6 northern teams.
Who's behind them? Solano.
Solano, who is also really struggling.
Yeah, they're just not having a great year.
1-0. Runner goes from first. Pitch is fouled off the helmet of Gilliam. 1-1.
Got some action in the Dad's bullpen. Favorite of the broadcast, Ryan.
Finally.
Delaney.
Dude hasn't
Man.
pitched in over a week.
Yeah, well, I think it's about time for him to have a statement outing.
I agree.
Maybe gets his blood a little hot. I wouldn't be surprised. There's lots of lefties in this lineup that Delaney would just eat up.
Pickoff move back in at first is Schaff. I think Delaney is a guy that is better than the numbers show right now.
Way better.
One big bad
I
outing
mean,
in
yeah,
Sonoma.
it just was that one outing just kind of spiraled a little bit on him. But besides that, it was he's had a really good season.
1-1 pop up to Finney at first in fair territory. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's a good bounce back after the 4-pitch walk there, or hit by pitch, my bad.
That'll bring up Kenny DeSell. Another guy who kills the Crawdads, but I don't really know how. Because he doesn't have any power. It's kind of all hands with his swing.
This Admirals team might be struggling in the win column, but they always seem to get hits.
Yeah.
And I think it's very common with him to have a lot of hits purely off of some that aren't necessarily barrels that'll just kind of flip through or find a hole here or there or whatever. I've seen that happen a lot, especially at their place, which those are always frustrating as a pitcher.
I think there is still some skill to just being able to get hits. Like the
Oh,
dink
no
hits
doubt.
mean something.
No doubt.
1-0. Cell takes up and in. I'm not a huge fan of the whole batting average doesn't mean anything crowd. Because I think you see a guy like Luis Arias who's hitting 400 and his average exit velocity is nothing special, but he just gets hits. I think hitters hit.
Yeah. No, it's a very
2-0 runner goes, throws low into second. Stolen base for Schaff. That's his second of the day.
I think batting average is very important because batting average, especially Arias has contributed so much of Miami's offense just from either A, being on base or putting runners in position to score or driving runners in. So I think batting average is a big part. But I definitely think today's game has moved from batting average to
OBP.
launch angle, and OBP.
Another walk for DeSell, his second of the day. And might be the hook for Tyler Wood. Brant Cummings is going to head to the mound.
I'm going to say he is going to the bullpen.
It's a lefty. No, it's Santos coming up, who's a righty, but it doesn't matter. That'll be the end of the day for Tyler Wood. Ryan Delaney's going to come in when we come back. It's 3-0 the Admirals lead here on the Crawdad streaming network. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. The new pitcher is Ryan Delaney.
The man.
First pitch slider on the outside. Nice pitch, 0-1.
Great start from Delaney right here. You love to see it. Spinning a slider for a strike against a lefty. Honestly, I'd probably throw it again.
Threw 8 pitches last Sunday. Hasn't pitched since. 0-1. Threw that slider, threw it in the same spot, got the same results, 0-2.
Guess what I would do right here again, Austin?
Slider, same spot.
Exactly.
I would almost go like a two-seamer, like a backdoor two-seamer.
Yeah, but that's hard to get it to run back if you're trying to get it to run back over the plate, just for the pure fact that if you miss, it's going to be over the middle.
Looks like a slider off the outside, 1-2.
Yeah, that one expanded a little 2 to 3 inches farther than where it was.
But I think it's a good setup spot
Great
either way.
setup spot, because now you can go hard away, or you can go back to slider for a strike.
1-2, fastball, good fastball, tap to the right side. There's a lot of sink on that thing.
Yeah, that one was a turbo sinker right there from Delaney.
He's amped right now. He wants more innings.
Definitely. He's definitely excited.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-0 the Admirals lead. Lefty on lefty, the 1-2. Slider falls off the outside, 2-2.
Just missed again with it. I mean, it's 2 inches, and it's a strike, and he's walking back to the dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild here in the top of the 4th. Delaney sets at the belt, and the 2-2. Slider in the dirt. Good block by Gilliam going to his left. 3-2.
I don't know about that sequence right there. I think you much rather go 2-2 heater, and if you miss, you can go. Now you have the batter thinking, because you can go slider, you can go fastball, you can go anything. But now it's kind of 3-2. You're just throwing a heater no matter what.
It's up and in, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, 0-2 to a walk for Delaney. Bases are loaded. This is not the guy you want to face with the bases loaded. Ryan Pierce hitting over 400, 3 home runs, tons of runs batted in.
I think maybe Delaney just wants to make it as hard as possible.
I think so. It's a little more fun if he gets out of this
Dude.
jam.
And when it's bases loaded, I tell you what, it's a lot of fun.
First pitch, slider, called strike on the inside.
That was a good pitch.
Didn't think it was a strike,
I
but
didn't think so either. I mean, it was close.
he'll take it.
Yeah, no doubt.
No balls and a strike. Delaney to Pierce. Same spot, 0-2.
Change up.
I like it. Don't know if that's where he wanted it.
No, I definitely wants it a little bit away from him, not in. But those aren't yank changeups. Those are just glove side because you can still see it run back over towards the plate, coming out of his hand. Maybe you go up here, bounce a slider, go change up away. Heater.
Ground ball to short. Matt King bobbles, throws to second in time. Delaney gets out of a bases-loaded jam and strands them full. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Crawdads looking to score for the first time today here on the Crawdad streaming network.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning, 4-1 and 3.
Bottom half of the fourth inning. It's 3-0, the Admirals lead. Matt King hits a first pitch high and deep to right field, but it's right at the right fielder, Luke Rossi, who makes the catch for the first out. King is still 0 for the series.
Yeah, he's been hitting some balls hard and squaring them up. He's just not getting any love from the game right now. Nothing's falling. Baseball's a cruel sport, dude.
It is.
You can have your best swing, best pitch, whatever, and it's not a good result.
Here's Donnelly, who got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is down low, a ball and no strikes.
I mean, here in 95-degree heat, Monte Vista and the Crawdad fans are packing this one.
Shout out. 1-0. Slider off the inside, 2-0. You weren't here last year, but this was, I mean, there's 35, 40 people here. This was about our high last year. So Donnelly lines this one through the left side, a base hit.
Great piece of hitting right there, staying on the changeup away, falling away from him, puts it right through the six hole.
I'm a big fan of more people showing up this season.
Oh, it's great.
It's not a ton.
No, this is a good crowd. I mean, you're running out of room on one side under the shade.
Mm-hmm. And it's summer ball. Like,
Yeah,
what are we expecting?
Exactly.
You know, we're not in the Cape.
Yeah, and even like Lincoln or Healdsburg, like that's kind of like, for me at least. I mean, I don't really walk around those cities, but it doesn't seem like there's
nothing to
nothing else to do. So, I mean,
dude, it's called Healdsburg.
yeah, I didn't even know that was
Exactly.
a word, honestly.
4 hits for the Crawdads after Donnelly's single.
That stadium was weird. I didn't like it. To
I
be honest
hated
with
it.
you.
Yeah, no, we talked a lot on the broadcast about how much we disliked it there.
Anytime you're taking angled BP because the fence in left field is too short, you got something wrong.
Did
Like,
you hear about Brian's home run there last year?
oh, I've seen the video.
Fouled back. Donnelly was running.
It was about that pitch, actually. Gilly
Pitch
just
up
swung
at
it.
the eyes.
I think that was a little hit and run action. Shout out to Coach Rilo putting that one on.
You can just hear in the video, there's a fan. You know, the ball's hit, and you can hear the fan go, "Oh my God!" 0-2. Gilliam hits a slider high to left field, pretty deep, but I think he just got under it. Reese Kent, the left fielder, a couple steps in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the first out. Second out.
Dang, that one just got under the barrel from Gilly right there. That was close to being one of the infamous Gilly shots.
Infamous.
Yeah,
I love the Gilly shots.
they're quite a work of art.
Here's Tyson Pointer.
I
Crawdads-
just like it because off the bat, it's just you just know it's gone.
Yeah. I would love a Tyson Pointer shot right here. First pitch squares to bunt, pushes it right side, foul.
Yeah, a Tyson Pointer shot right here would be unbelievable because it'd probably be sent really, really far.
Probably.
There's a lot of juice in that bat.
Double-digit home runs this year at UT Arlington. Oh, 1, Tapper to third, foul. Nothing in 2. Your roommate.
Yes, this is my roommate. Great roommate. Great dude.
Did you know each other at all before?
Not, we never knew each other, like, I guess personally, but
Knew of each other?
one of his really good friends I played baseball with a little bit at his buddies at UT Arlington, so knew him through my friend, he actually plays for the Foresters.
0-2, slider hit high and deep to left field. Going back to the left fielder, Kent at the track, looks up, can't make the catch. One hop against the wall. Donnelly's going to be waved around third. He's going to come home to score. Pointer dances into second with a double. Crawdads attack. It's 3-1. The Crawdads now trail by 2.
I mean, I wish we had a camera on the booth because that almost got really crazy. Because
I almost called it.
Yeah, Austin almost called that. I was tapping him as that ball was flying because I thought it was going to make it.
Tyson needed a swing like that.
Yeah, he need it, and the at bats have been looking better.
Agreed.
I think yesterday kind of was just an unfortunate event that happened because he was 2 for 5 the previous game going in there, so with some confidence, and hopefully he can add on to it today.
Here's Emmett Finney. First pitch to him is off the outside, 1-0. With Finney, the report that we heard preseason was just tons of power.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen videos of it. He can hit a ball really, really far.
It would be a good time for his
yeah.
first homer of the summer.
Definitely had some early season struggles, but I think the bat's coming around.
1-0, good off-speed pitch. Finney was way out in front, 1-1. Who do you think has the most raw power on this team?
Who? Like if they perfect MLB to show it. Man, I don't know.
1-1 off the inside, 2-1.
Donnelly can stripe a ball. Tyson can stripe. Yeah, Tyson can stripe a ball. Farfin can stripe a ball. I've seen Emmett in a video do it. So
Seen that one
obviously-
video.
Yeah.
I think we all know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, I think if it would sure be fun to watch him do that. Like if we just had if that was possible to make everyone hit a perfect back to back to back to back, and we could just watch.
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a sleeper pick. Ryan Brome, I think, might be the have the most power on the team. Just never taps into it.
Yeah.
His home run to the one to left center that he hit, his first of 2 that day, was crushed.
I think we're sleeping on Ellis too.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
a little. I mean, it's a little dude, but he's got a lot of juice. I mean, multiple home runs to dead center here with wind blowing in or not.
BD is up there too.
Duroff has some juice too. I mean, Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's just a really, really powerful team.
yeah, everyone on this team can hit a nuke.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Pointer goes from second. Finney lines this one foul to the right side. I think Tyson had third stolen.
Yeah, no, he'd definitely be standing up on third safe there. The throw would have been probably bad just because Emmett's was in the box still.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-1. Crawdads trail by 2.
Opportunity for a 2-out heartbreaker.
Here's the pitch. Slider called ball 4 a little high. Good at bat by Finn.
Very good at bat. Biggest thing when I'm like when hitters are struggling and you can see them start to put at bats together, whether it's ball like 8 pitch at bats where it ends in a punch out, or a 4-pitch walk where they're seeing the ball really well. I think that adds a lot into their confidence going into the next at bat for hope they can get some swings going.
Here's Griffin Harrison.
We saw that with Tyson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the day he did hit he went 2 for 5 the other day.
Runner goes from second. Throw's going to go to third. It is not in time. Pointer beats it out.
That one was close.
Pitch called the ball. So it's 1-0 to Harrison. Pointer definitely is reading Josh Petrill well on the mound.
Yeah, it seems like he's not really changing up his looks or timing here, which is a big no-no as a pitcher. You will get ran all around on.
Good throw by the catcher,
yeah,
by the way.
Great throw by the catcher.
1-0. High and tight, 2-0.
I mean, usually at the collegiate level, you're not stealing on catchers, you're stealing on the pitcher.
Right. Especially like summer ball. This is a D1 guy who's played at Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's not a easy guy to run on. 2-0 is up high, 3-0. Have you seen Ryan Ellis catch?
Ellie's a catcher?
Uh-huh.
Never seen.
Caught, I think, 2 games for us last year. St. Mary's wanted him to catch this last year.
Really?
3-0. Fastball middle, 3-1.
That might be the easiest pitch to throw as a pitcher. 3-0.
Because you know he's not going to swing?
No, just because somehow you always end up throwing a really good pitch after throwing 3 straight balls.
3-1. Harrison takes called strike 2.
That one was there. That was a good pitch. Full count here.
Finney will be
Outs,
running.
bro. This is a very
really big
important
pitch,
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pointer off of third, Finney off of first.
If
Either
this,
really being held.
if this is a ball right here, the Crawdads will tie the game.
3-2. Line straight back. We'll do it again. So you're saying if he walks.
Yeah, if he walks and bases loaded with
For
Ellie
Ellis,
coming
yeah.
up, we're gonna have a 2-run single. I'm pretty sure.
At least.
At least. That's my prediction. And Casey just threw one off the rail. Stay hot.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Finney will be going off first on the first movement by Petrill. 3-2. Slider fouled off. Really good battle here.
What a kick from the fence there. Hit the top of the chain link fence and bounced all the way back almost in the field of play. Physics just doesn't make sense sometimes.
3-1 Admirals, bottom 4. Full count pitch. Tapper to third on the backhand. It can't be made by Grant. Long throw to first is in time.
Oh, wow.
Miguel Richardson makes the call over at first. Harrison looked like he beat it out, but that'll end the inning. Crawdads score once on the Tyson Pointer RBI double, but leave 2 stranded. We'll head top 5, 3-1, still the score. It'll be Ryan Delaney back to the bump for the top of the 5th inning. 3-1. Crawdads fought back a little in the last inning. Big thanks to Tyson Pointer. It'll be 4-5-6, Grant, Rudy, and Kent. First pitch from Delaney to the righty is off the outside and high, 1-0.
With the heart of the order coming up, you got to get out one. First out is big.
Especially to have a shutdown inning after your team was able to push one across. Fastball high, 2-0.
Yeah, you obviously want to keep the momentum going, and you do that by throwing up a 0 the best you can.
2-0, fastball on the outside, good spot, 2-1.
Good spot. I like what Delaney's bringing today. It looks really good.
It's a well-rested arm. 2-1. Changeup, it looked
That
like,
looked
fouled
a
back.
changeup. Very similar to the fastball, just got the hitter out in front a lot.
Delaney to Grant. Pac-12 kid, Jack Grant, local kid, 2-2. Off the inside, ball 3.
Not a bad spot. Tried to go in, just a little low.
Pretty sure Jack Grant is local. I think he's a Danville local, so local.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't know why
Really
he's
close.
playing for Admirals. Oh well, 3-2, slider down low. Don't hate the pitch.
I do.
Okay.
I'm
You're
gonna
the
be
pitcher,
honest,
so.
I don't really like that. I think we probably should have gone heater just to say, here, dude, put it in play because you're probably going to be out.
Who calls the games? Is it your catchers?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the coaches don't have any impact on
Okay.
it. It's usually catchers, but like if I am thinking something else, I'll shake off and whatnot. But for the most part, our catchers do a great job. I've never I've shook off Gilly a couple times, but not because of his pitch. I just wanted to throw something different. I felt better about it. And I think at the end of the day, that's what's important as a pitcher, throwing whatever pitch you feel the best throwing.
So you like the pitch comm that's in MLB right now?
Yeah, being able to
To
choose
call your own pitches?
Yeah, for sure.
1-0. Rudy hits it high to center field. Trouble for Ryan Brome. Sprinting towards his left. He will not be able to make the catch. It drops into the alleyway. Runner from first, Grant, is going to head all the way to third. Rudy stops at first with a single. And trouble again on the base paths for the Admirals. Leadoff walks.
Yep.
Carson and I
Told
say
you.
90% of the time leadoff walks come around to score. Doesn't feel like an exaggeration.
No, it's not. That's one of the most important things that you don't do as a pitcher is you got to just try and get out one with the first hitter.
Here's Reese Kent, walked and scored his last time. First pitch to Kent, good changeup. Had the bottom drop out of it, 0-1.
But you see, this inning would be completely different. Like, say, if Delaney gets Grant out, first hitter this inning, and then still he hits a single. I mean, now you have one out, and you can get a double play ball, and you're out of it.
0-1, hit high to left field. Sprinting over is the left fielder Donnelly. He can't make the catch as it hits up against the warning track. Run's going to come home to score. Rudy's going to be held at third. An RBI double for Reese Kent. It's 4-1.
Just a good swing there.
Leadoff walks.
Yeah, it's hard to contain an offense when you're walking and giving opportunities to them.
It's a big water.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water,
You
dude.
downing that whole thing today?
Yeah, I'll probably drink 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I try to drink at least a gallon, but
Okay.
I'll probably drink close to 2.
I hit like 7 or 8 of these a day.
Dude, that's probably more than me.
Really?
How much is that?
I don't know. Here, you can check. First pitch is a changeup off the outside, 1-0 to Rossi. Homered in his last at bat.
This is probably a couple liters. I don't know.
It broke though.
Oh, I see.
1-0. Reached at. Popped to center field.
Oh, let's see the Bromey
See
cannon.
the Brome cannon. Rudy's going to tag for third. Brome makes the catch. His throw's going to come to third. It's offline. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Rudy comes home to score. SF8 in the books. It's 5-1.
Yeah, water's an important thing in your recovery, Austin. Water, sleep, and food.
What am I recovering from?
Broadcasting.
You're right. Broadcasting takes a lot out of me.
That does not surprise me because I don't really do much in here. I'm just kind of talking, but you're giving play-by-play, so it seems that's a little bit
Yeah.
stressful.
I'll get home and I'm just like completely wiped. First pitch, fastball up high to Blake Schaff, who's 0 for 1, a hit by pitch, reached on an error, stole a couple bases.
I just think it's very impressive how fast you can relay what's happening.
Sometimes. 1-0. Fastball outside corner, 1-1. I think what I found that really helps with it is like broadcasting different sports. So you get, I broadcast basketball and football this last year, and that really helped because it's just you
That's
find
very
different
high
words
speed,
for
yeah,
everything. 1-1, slider off the outside, 2-1. And they're, like you said, super high speed. Like basketball does not stop.
Never. How's Oregon basketball?
Supposed to be really good. We've kind of sucked the last 2 years. I think men's has started in the top 15 both years and then has missed the tournament both years I've been there. 2-1. Tapped back, 2-2. Women's was really good my freshman year, and then played with just 8 rostered players last year and made the WNIT. I think lost to UC San Diego, actually. Shout out Ryan Recess. In the Super 16. It's not the Sweet 16, because that's copyrighted. Delaney looks to second and the 2-2. Slider reached at, flare to right field. Tyson Pointer cutting over to his right, makes the grab for the second out.
It's a good bounce back from Delaney. 2 quick outs. It's crazy, dude. Just free passes always end up coming around. You and Carson are right.
We usually are.
Is that so?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like 75% of the time. Not the success rate we want, but it's like, we're climbing.
You're right 100% of the time, 50% of the time.
Exactly. Slider on the outside from Delaney. I really like the first pitch sliders. I think,
especially to lefties, because you just establish it as a pitch that you have, and you can do anything with it. You can now go hard in off of it. You can go hard away, as he elected to go hard in there.
Fouled off to the left, 0-2.
You know what really grinds my gears in this summer ball league?
What?
Bomb bats. The ones that have like cement in there so they don't break.
I want you to talk a little more about bomb bats in the next inning. 0-2. Slider hit high to right field. Tyson Pointer sprinting towards the line. He will make drops it on the run, and a run's gonna come home to score. An E9. It's your roommate.
Yep. Just not getting a lot of help, Delaney, from his defense. That was a quality pitch, quality at bat, as a matter of fact. Just a misplay there in the outfield.
Center fielder, Kenny Giselle.
Oh, it's frustrating. I feel for Delaney right now. Now he's just got to not let that affect him right here and just got to get another out.
Here's Kenny DeSell. First pitch to him is tapped past third, foul.
Did it look like he came set for you right there?
It was close.
It was a little brief.
A little iffy. I think maybe not a problem for Delaney, but he's very antsy. He's always moving.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Very twitchy.
Yeah.
0-1, slider on the outside, good spot, 0-2. And it makes it fun to watch because he's just, he wants to get it and go on the mound. He has a plan.
Yeah.
Every hitter.
For sure.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Delaney sets at the belt and the 0-2. Fastball, flare to right field, foul.
But definitely, what a catch there.
Who was that?
Tyler Blair.
I love Tyler Blair. Quality human being.
Yeah, no. Great human being, but oh my, his dad's
the wrap
company or whatever the restaurant is, phenomenal.
0-2. Popped up back of second base.
Sketchy.
Ryan Ellis giving way. He will make the catch. Tough play, but he made it.
Very tough play, but it was made.
3 runs come home to score, 2 hits, a big error. So only 2 of the runs were earned. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 6-1, the Admirals lead. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of
Baseball and softball.
while attaining strong
Character and life skills.
in a fun and positive environment.
environment.
It'll be Ryan Ellis to lead off.
Oh, they said there's
No sound. First pitch to Ellis is caught by Kenny DeSell. No sound. It says we're blowing out on our end.
We have
Was
sound.
it between innings? Okay,
We didn't have sound in between innings, right?
correct. We did not talk
We were
between the
muted.
innings. First pitch was right at Kenny DeSell.
I mean, that was smoked. Seems like the story today is Crawdads are just going to hammer balls right at people.
We've had games like that before.
Oh, yeah.
Baseballs.
Yep. You just got to stay the course.
Casey Cummings, first pitch squares to bunt, takes off the outside, 1-0. Good to see Casey bunting, trying to bunt for a hit.
Yeah.
So
I
it
like
means-
I like the move here.
I'm just saying it means he's like healthy.
Oh, yeah, he feels, obviously the ankle feels good.
1-0.
Well, honestly,
takes
it
high and
probably
tight.
doesn't feel great, but he probably doesn't care.
He does not care.
And that's why he's a winner.
Hook 'em horns.
Mm.
Sorry. You're not a big Texas guy?
My dad graduated from there.
2-0. Cummings tops it to third, foul. My mom is a big Texas fan.
Really?
Well, she's a big Stanford fan because like we grew up going to Stanford games, but she likes everything about like the UT culture. So
Well,
she just
my dad will appreciate that.
shout out Mr. Fitz. Hope you have a tall boy with you.
He does. He did send me a picture. He's with his buddy Dale and Dale's dog Arlo, and they are in Dripping Springs listening to the Crawdad live streaming network
Where's Dripping Springs?
near Austin.
So are you.
I am near Austin.
3-1 to Cummings. He is high and away, ball 4.
There we go.
Need some
Crawdad's
base
the
runners.
Base runner.
Yeah, a walk feels like a rally at this
Man.
point.
Especially with the man coming up.
The sounds of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it's just
It's Brom time.
intimidation.
He called me the other day when he was, struggled against Healdsburg, and he called me and he was like, dude, I need to change my walk-up song. And I was like, I don't think you can. Like, I think it's, like, Ryan Brom is synonymous with Fleetwood Mac at this point.
Yeah, you just can't. You can't have anything else. It's just one of those things.
Brom a single and a fly out today. First pitch to him here is swung on and missed. High fastball. 0-1. What's your walk-up music?
Thug by Slim Thug. He's a Houston rapper. It's a very good song. I like it. Of course, the clean version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really gets me right. I mean, I don't really listen to it, but
Cummings back in after the pickoff move. I'm a big fan of the, like, walk-up music to represent your hometown thing.
I just like that song, one, because I like the Houston rap. It's a little different than mainstream, and not many people like it, so that's kind of why I like it, I think.
Cummings goes on the 0-1. High throw, high tag, and Cummings is in safely with another steal. Pitch missed high. 1-1.
But yeah, I like a lot of like Griff's songs. One
Just
of my
gonna say,
favorite.
yeah.
Griff's is one of my favorite.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Number 11 at the dish. So many ones.
And about to be another one on the scoreboard.
1-1. Hit high to the left side. You thought for a second. You were ready.
Oh.
I love it.
1-2 count. I think he just went fastball and was fouled straight back. He's probably gonna go changeup here or an off speed. Changeup or a breaker. Bromy's going to be slightly out in front, and he's going to roll it over in between first and second for a base hit, and Casey Cummings is going to score.
I like it. A lot, actually.
Let's see.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Let's
We're
get
thinking
weird, Crawdads.
ground ball through the right side to score Cummings. Here's the 1-2. Hit high, past the infield. Might be trouble. Blake Schaff doesn't look like he can see it. Now he does. Makes the catch in the outfield grass for the second out.
Went back to the heater. little dangerous, but it worked out.
I think Brome was thinking exactly what you were thinking. Guessing
Probably,
off
yeah.
speed. Got a fastball, was a little late.
Just missed it.
Here's Matt King, who kind of needs a good at bat.
Yeah, if he keeps hitting the ball hard, he's going to have some hits fall in for him. He really needs one right now. Just been not the best series, but his at-bats have been good, I will say.
I agree. I shouldn't have said good at bat. He needs a good result.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
First pitch to him here is line foul, straight back. Looks like it got a piece of the catcher's glove. Nothing in
Good
one.
swing there.
What's up, Donovan?
Shout out to Donnie.
One of... Do people call Joey Donnie? Because I think...
No.
Okay, that's what I...
We call him D-Booty.
Okay. Cool. I heard Brome called Joey Donnie the other day. 0-1 is flied back. Nothing in 2.
I call Joey either
Moose?
JD or Moose.
Yeah. I call Joey JD exclusively.
Look who that is.
D-Money?
The McShove.
McShovey. Yeah. I love Dylan McShane.
Why? Have you seen, like, his shoes?
Yeah, they're gigantic.
I think he's a size 17.
0-2. Ground ball to the left side. Jack Grant
hard.
goes to a knee to get it, throws it on to first, and retires the side. Crawdads get a base runner, but strand Casey Cummings at second. We'll head to the top of the 6th. 6-1, Crawdads trail. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment.
I will get this by the end of this summer.
Yeah?
Probably not, but I will try. Tyler Blair.
Tell me about Tyler Blair. What's your scouting report?
Good fastball. Gets some little life with it.
I'm a big fan of the TB
Curveball.
changeup.
Curveball. His curveball's good. Big overhand curveball, and he's obviously got the changeup that plays well off of his fastball.
He was, quote unquote, supposed to be a dude this year at Cal. Had a freak injury, kept him out for the season. Didn't
What
pitch all
happened?
year.
I didn't hear about that.
I don't remember exactly what it was. I think he fell off a scooter.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Same thing that happened, I feel like I have to talk some Stanford baseball. Happened to Stanford legend Maverick Handley in 2018. Kept him out for the NCAA regionals. Stanford was never the same. Here's Garrett Santos. Taps the first pitch slowly to the left side. Matt King gets a high hop from the run, throws to first, but it's wide of first. Pulls Finney off the bag. A leadoff single for Santos.
Honestly, when he went airborne, I actually thought the dude was out.
Yeah, me too. Because he wasn't Like, he was pretty far off the line. Or far. He wasn't very far up the line.
Yeah, I mean, also it's just Matt King is basically the best defender I've ever seen at shortstop.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I've seen, like, better guys, obviously. But, like, Matt King is definitely a very good defender at shortstop.
I'm not disagreeing. Here's Ryan Pierce.
He's so smooth and he makes plays. That's why I was like, he's probably going to get this guy out.
Yeah. First pitch to Pierce is a fastball called off the outside, maybe a little low, 1-0.
That was a missed call.
The funny thing is Matt King was here last year, was not nearly this good defensively.
Only takes a year.
1-0. Pierce hits a high fly ball, deep right center field. Brome going back, looking up at the wall. It's gone. Right to the left of the flagpole. Ryan Pierce, one of the most dangerous hitters in the league, adds on to his CCL home run total. It's 8-1.
Did he hit one earlier?
No.
That was someone else?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a pretty good swing there. I'm not going to lie to you. Fastball away, and he took it that way.
That much oppo pop is
It's impressive.
impressive, yeah.
He backspun it and just carried.
Here's Jack Grant. Third baseman. First pitch. Curveball off the outside, 1-0. And I think that, in a way, is like the first pitch missed call hurts Blair.
Yes,
The last at bat. Because if
it
that's
does.
a strike, he attacks the at bat so much differently. 1-0, fastball at the knees, fouled off to the right, 1-1.
Yeah, it's crazy how influential a missed call is. Like, have you seen the Major League Baseball? They give the umpire
Yeah, the scorecards.
scorecards,
Mhm.
and it gives you the plus or minus run differentials
Yep.
for each team. I think that's really cool.
1-1, curveball off the inside, maybe a little high, 2-1.
Because I definitely think if that first pitch from Blair's called a strike,
Probably doesn't even go fastball.
probably doesn't go fastball there. And obviously we know the statistics are a lot lower of a hit when it's 0-1.
2-1 fastball, a little high, 3-1. It feels like it's a big zone when the Crawdads are hitting, and a small zone when the Admirals are hitting.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like that, but we're sounding like that because it's true.
3-1 from Blair, swing and a miss, good fastball. I don't like I don't like sounding like that either.
No,
but when
I
it's
don't-
truthful,
you can't ever really blame it on the umpire. Like, especially as a pitcher, you just have to make better pitches. But I mean, this is pretty bad.
Blair's 3-2, outside corner, called the ball.
Missed, an outside corner missed strike again. Blair's obviously very mad.
Yeah, that's just not a correct call.
Oh, I would be such a bad pitching coach because I think I'd get ejected.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been tossed before?
No.
I have.
I don't.
It's one of my biggest flexes.
I don't really get too emotional.
Here's Brock Rudy, the catcher. First pitch,
Change.
down and in. 1-0.
But I think if I were a coach and those were like my players, I think I would get pretty mad.
Yeah, like you're not emotional when it comes to sticking up for yourself, but if you want to,
Just because I think me getting ejected if I'm pitching is gonna like that's stupid.
1-0. Fastball outside edge, 1-1.
Yeah, I just not sure where. I still don't know where those pitches missed. It's an interesting zone today here at Monte Vista High School.
Pulsing. That's what Carson likes to say. Blair throws over to first. Not
I
in
like
time.
to call it the Swiss cheese zone.
I like
You
that.
got a big square and there's a bunch
Yeah.
of holes in it. Yep, this dude has a Swiss cheese zone.
Tony Ortiz. 1-1. That one's
Wow.
called a strike.
I mean, honestly,
that's
I
a bad
probably don't
pitch.
think that that's
Yeah.
as close as the other, but I mean, sure, Tony, if we want to start calling him now.
Shout out Tony.
Yep.
I feel bad for the umpires having to wear black today.
Yeah, it's miserable.
Pick off move. So, do the umpires choose what they wear They just all have to be the same?
That was just no feel on whoever decided to choose black today.
A ball, 2 strikes, no outs, 8-1 Crawdads trail.
I would much rather be wearing light blue than black.
1-2. Fastball off the outside, 2-2. Just does not feel like it's the Crawdads' day right now.
No, we're not getting any breaks. We're not honestly getting any calls. We're not really getting anything to fall that we hit. But still,
A lot of time, a lot of baseball.
lots of innings left. Lots of at-bats left. Lots of pitches left.
2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, at the top of the zone. First
Very-
strikeout for Blair.
Very good pitch.
Pitch that might have been a little high.
Definitely.
Baseball's funny.
Yep. I just confuses me sometimes.
Here's Reese Kent, who doubled in his last at-bat. 1 for 2 on the day, also took a walk.
I wish there was a track man here.
Don't we all?
Purely just for the fact that we could grade umpires.
That would be fun.
That'd be awesome. I mean, you can just have an umpire grading system without having to worry about it.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Blair looking for 2 ball. 0-1. Slider off the outside. Good block by Gilly.
Yeah, Gilly
just becomes a wall back there.
Yeah, Gilly's been working today, and just like he always is, and he's keeping balls in front of him and keeping runners at the same base they start at.
1-1. Fastball a little high, 2-1. 8-1 Crawdads trail. You're headed to Tahoe this weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Excited?
I am excited. I've never been there.
2-1. Fastball outside edge, 2-2.
Still haven't asked mom or dad yet, so
Oh, just kidding.
probably
My
gonna
bad.
have to send that text after this.
My bad.
I'm actually probably gonna call him. I need to call him anyways. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Fitzpatrick.
I
Thank
mean,
you for your son.
No, it's vacation. It's the 4th of July, dude. And it's Lake Tahoe.
Exactly. Have you even been to like SF yet?
No.
Gotta go.
Yes, we are going. We're going to San Francisco. I don't know when.
Sounds good. Here's Blair with the 2-2. Tapper to the left side. Matt King will wait back, get a high hop, throw to Ellis 1, throw back to first. Can't be dug out by Finney. Don't think it would have mattered either way.
Good job there executing pitches to get a weak contact and a ground ball there by Blair. Just not hard enough hit, which good and bad.
Yeah.
Good that it's weak contact, bad that it's not hard enough for a double play.
I think it might have been. I couldn't really tell. It looked like the throw at first was a
Surely
little
it was
closer
going to
than
be
I.
very close.
Again, it's getaway day.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the ump would have given a call.
Yeah, probably.
Here's Luke Rossi. 3 runs batted in for him today. A home run and sac fly. First pitch slider off the outside, 1-0. In your opinion, present company excluded, what's the single best pitch on this team?
Present company as in like
You.
me?
Yeah.
The best pitch from a pitcher?
Uh-huh.
1-0,
same spot, or 1-0, same spot, 2-0.
Oh, that's so hard. Dude, Dude, you gotta give me a second because I gotta go through the Rolodex of all our arms.
Well, that'll be the talking point for the bottom of the 6th.
I can't include him either, right? Because I mean he's in here with me.
2-0, fly to the right side, foul. You cannot include him.
So yeah, Reese's changeup cannot.
I was just gonna say Reese's changeup is up there. Think on it.
I am.
Let it marinate a little bit. 2 balls and a strike. TB. A long set. Now a pickoff move.
I'll give you one. I'll give you a couple. One right off the top of my head is Proctor slider.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't even think that counts.
Yeah, I mean, it's gross.
Yeah.
Another, I'm going to have to go with
Fastball at the knees, strike 2.
Bergey's cutter.
I like
really
it.
like Bergey's cutter. I also really like Cush's fastball.
Yeah.
I like EJ's changeup. I like Blair's changeup. I like Troy's slider.
Blair. The 2-2 runner goes from first, foul back. We'll do 2-2 again.
Man, I'm missing someone, and it's going to hit me in the face.
I like McShovey's slider.
Oh, I like anything McShovey throws. I like.
Yeah.
Because he's very weird, and I like weird.
Uh-huh.
Sinker slider guy, I love it. He's just gross because he's good, and he's also like 7
Gigantic,
feet tall,
yeah.
so he can just spin sinkers from like a 10-foot release height, which is awesome.
Blair. 2-2. Got him swinging. High slider, it looked like.
I don't know. That was a really bad swing.
Second strikeout for Blair. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Crawdads bats need a wake up. It's 8-1 when we come back.
Yeah, they do.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, a new pitcher. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a non-profit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball, while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. First pitch to Donnelly's fastball off the outside, 1-0. That was pretty good, right?
Could have been a strike. Yeah, and that was also very quick.
The new pitcher is Dom Brasecco.
Yes. Brasecco.
1-0. Way outside, 2-0.
2 missed fastballs. First one was arguably close. Second one not close.
2 balls, no strikes. Brasecco to Donnelly. It's a fastball on the outside, 2-1. Looked like the same spot as the first one.
I was about to say that was the same spot as the first pitch. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Jeez. 2 balls and a strike to Donnelly. Fastball.
Same spot,
That might have been further outside.
if not further. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's like a 33% ball ratio out of those 3 pitches. 2 called strikes, 1 called a ball, and they're the exact same spot, if not a ball.
2-2. Fastball further
Oh.
outside, called a strike. Donnelly can't believe it.
I mean, that's not even close to the plate. I can see the plate from this broadcast booth, and I can see the space in between where that ball crossed.
Yeah. Rudy set up about an inch or two further outside, and I think it got him the call.
Yeah, I mean, anytime as a pitcher you can extend like that and you hit your spot, there's a chance he's going to call it, but it's just hard, man.
Gilliam hits the first pitch sky high behind shortstop. Blake Schaff, the shortstop, is out into shallow left field. He's twisting. Pop-up dance makes the catch for the second out.
I mean, I'm all for, if that's open for me, I'd love to earn that call. You know, keep painting a certain spot away, but
Right.
I mean, that was just a little excessive. It just kept getting progressively worse. I mean, I think at least if you're going to give him off the plate a little, it should be pretty consistent.
Yep. Here's Tyson Pointer, has driven in the one run for the Crawdads with a double in his last at bat. First pitch to him here is hit high, medium deep center field. Kenny DeSalle barely has to move. 2 steps in, makes the catch for the third out. Prosecco goes 1-2-3 with a little help from his friend behind the plate. And I'm not talking about the catcher. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning, 8-1 the score. Top half of the 7th inning, 8-1 the Crawdads trail. Tyler Blair back out to the bump for his second inning of work.
Let's get weird, Crawdad fans. We need a rally going, and there's not one happening right now.
Let's get weird. Keep Austin weird.
I guess, man. Keep Austin weird. But we need to keep Monta Vista weird and get crazy and put in 7 runs.
Blake Schaff to lead off, the shortstop. First pitch off the inside and low, 1-0. Schaff 0 for 2, a fly out, a hit by pitch, and an error.
This guy is known for going the other way. Every single hit I've seen him have has been opposite field.
1-0. Line the other way, foul.
This is someone that, for me, I would just absolutely try to break his bat. I'm not a big fan of guys standing close to the plate.
Blair's 1-1. Change up, line to right field. Tyson Pointer reaches back now, comes in, goes into a lunge and makes the catch for the first out.
Thought that one was a little sketchy there.
Little adventurous.
Yeah, that one was a little weird. That was a little weird.
Crawdads need some breaks like that to go their way.
Yeah, we do.
I feel like this really every time the Crawdads are playing, like, you're never really out of a game.
Oh, no. This has been some of the most fun baseball to be a part of just because you never feel like you're going to lose a game.
First pitch to Gavin Martinez is up high, 1-0. You've only been here for 2 losses, right?
The first game that I came to, I think we lost,
Yep.
and that was, and then Healdsburg, and that was it.
1-0. Fastball, pumped it past him, 1-1. That game, the first game that you were here for, the Sonoma game, kind of feels a little like this one.
Yeah, just not a lot of breaks, just kind of, just baseball's happening, you know?
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tyler Blair peers in over his glove. Gilliam sets up on the outside. Now the 1-2. Way outside with the fastball, 2-2.
I think he tried to let that one eat a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
A
8-1.
righty in their bullpen, warming up.
Blair ready with the 2-2. Fastball popped up left side, could be trouble. Going out is Harrison, also is Matt King, but it's the left fielder Joey Donnelly who makes the catch in shallow left for the second out.
Good play right there. Had to go a long way to get that one.
Joey's improved a lot defensively in the outfield since last year.
The moose is loose, that's for sure.
When we saw him last year, was listed as a catcher.
Yeah, he does catch. I've heard that.
I think he stopped officially,
Yeah,
but he wasn't bad back there.
I haven't seen him.
Hollis Fanning, who was our best pitcher last year, said that he was his favorite catcher. Here's Kenny DeSell. First pitch to him is way up high. So he caught one game against Arroyo Seco that Hollis threw. We ended up coming back. We were down 4-0 in the 9th. Coleman Schmidt hit a walk-off grand slam, which was pretty electric.
See, that's my host family's cousin.
Really? Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cousin or nephew.
1-0 is way outside. Schmidt's a
Depending on who you're
dude.
talking about.
Schmidt is a dude. That guy is a really good baseball player. And then Joey didn't catch for over another month, and then caught in the postseason for us. I feel like going a month without catching is tough.
Yeah, that can't be easy.
2-0. Hit high, deep to left field, right at Joey Donnelly, though. Moves over to his left.
See, this
Makes
is
the
how we
catch.
get some momentum. This is how the Crawdads get weird.
1, 2, 3. Go the Admirals. Let's get weird. Let's stretch when we come back. It's 8-1. The Admirals lead. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray, and that means Cole Fellows will pinch hit to start the bottom of the 7th. Hey, let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
He's pinch hitting for Emmett
This
Finney.
is how you do it right here. Because Cole Fellows guaranteed barrel. Might not be a hit, but it's a barrel.
Still Dom Brasecco on the mound. First pitch to Fellows is lined into right field, right at the right fielder, but it's going to drop
Barrel.
for a base hit. Barrel, base hit. Let's get weird.
That's how it starts. That is how it starts, ladies and gentlemen.
It all started with the Cole Fellows dink single.
And now, the man.
Mr. 707 himself. Griffin Harrison 0 for 2 today, which means one thing.
He's about to get a hit.
He's due. 6 hits for the Crawdads. They're only being out-hit by 1, but the 2 errors have really hurt Walnut Creek. First pitch to Griff. Fastball outside corner, 0-1.
Good pitch. Very good pitch.
8-1 Admirals. Dads and ads.
Dads and ads. I don't know if I can get behind that.
Okay,
I really like the dads, though.
I do too. The 0-1 to Griff. Fastball a little high. Tough take.
It's a BLE right there from Griff. Big league eye.
Ah,
I don't know. I have no clue. That's a good question.
that should be one of the Tiny Mike questions.
If you were, yeah.
If you could write a fortune for a fortune cookie, what it would
I
be?
feel like that's such a hard question. Like,
Yeah.
that's going to take me a minute to think about.
Here's Ryan Ellis after the mound visit. Ellie has a hit today, but I feel like I was about to say just 1 hit for him today, which is crazy.
Yeah. Here comes another.
First pitch to him is fly to the left side, foul.
Actually, Ellie slept over last night.
Really?
His apartment.
You have air conditioning?
Oh, we got a wall unit, Austin. It gets like 30 degrees in there.
Oh, so jealous.
Yeah, it's great.
We're in no AC during the night, family.
Oh, okay.
It's brutal.
Wow.
0-1 to Ellis. High. 1-1.
I've noticed that a lot of Californians.
Mhm.
That's a correct term.
Yeah.
Not big AC people.
Mm-mm.
See, the AC is like my best friend.
Yeah, me too. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Still no outs. Here's the 1-1 to Ellis. Line drive, left field. Reese Kent coming in. He will make the catch for the first out. No tag at third from Cole Fellows.
Just missed there by Ellie. Little under it. This is another good walk-up song.
I'm very excited. Next year, our utilities are covered in the rent, so
You can just put it on.
I will
yeah.
be like sub 60 every day.
That's how ours was at our apartment back at school, and I lived with a psychopath who would turn it to like 60 degrees, and
I'm the psychopath.
I'd have to meet him in the middle and be like, dude, 65's cool. Like, I don't want to wake up and be hypothermic.
Casey Cummings takes the first pitch fastball outside. Spencer and I roomed together
Okay.
at Oregon, so it was like I think we 1-0 to Cummings, way up high 2-0.
I'm not a big, like, whenever I sleep, I have just a blanket. Like, I only have one blanket.
I sleep. I can not only sleep. I used to only be able to sleep if it was cold, but I am a big wake up in the middle of the night and feel cold. Like I love that.
I just like sleeping cold. It's actually supposed to help you recover.
Really.
Yes.
2-0 to Casey. Fastball fly to the right side in foul territory. Giving a look is the first baseman Pierce. It looks like he does not have room. Goes foul 2-1.
Also, magnesium, very, very crucial in quality of sleep.
Really.
Yes, I take magnesium. My dad takes magnesium.
Shout out Mr. Fitz.
Yeah. A lot of our team takes magnesium. It's good.
2 ball. Two ball.
That's another good one, Mac.
2 balls, 1 strike to
Shout out
Casey
to
Cummings.
Mac.
Shout out
Mac.
to Andy Mack. The 2-1 to Casey. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Line straight back.
wow,
Casey's right on the fastball. I'm so glad that we're not like FCC.
Yeah.
Like we get to just say whatever we want on these broadcasts. It's so fun. I don't even know what FCC stands for.
Well, this brings out. I mean, okay, I'm going to be honest. Who wants to sit through a boring broadcast?
No one.
No one.
No. That's why I like broadcasting with
have-
Carson.
Yeah, y'all both are great at what y'all do. It makes it enjoyable.
Thanks. How sweet. Telling you could do this like for a living.
Well, hopefully I can throw a ball for a living, Austin.
That too.
That's
That
the
like
plan.
post baseball.
Yes, definitely post baseball.
Here's the 2-2. Slider. Oh, Tony.
had a little
He
flinch there.
wanted it.
I saw Tony tweet. He gets a ball, which is kind of impressive because he's called a lot worse.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Prosecco to Cummings. Full count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 tight. Good at bat by Casey.
Great at bat.
Loads the bases for to compete. You want to read the scores?
Yeah, out, where is this? Sonoma.
Mhm.
In Sonoma, the Prune Packards of Healdsburg are leading the Sonoma Stompers 5-2 in the top of the 6th. Out at Pershing Park, where a couple of my teammates play, the Foresters are up 2-0 on the Arroyo Seco Saints. And a look ahead into night's action at 7 p.m., you have the Conejo Oaks and the Orange County Riptide.
Cool. Should we step aside?
We should step aside.
New pitcher when we come back. Here on the Crawdad streaming network, Dads are threatening.
Welcome back. Ryan Brome takes over in the box here with the bases loaded. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Dad's trailing by 7.
New pitcher is Colton Trudeau, who we've seen a couple times this year. Bases loaded for the guy that's leading the CCL in runs batted in. First pitch to Ryan Brome is way inside. Gets stopped by Brock Rudy. A ball and no strikes. Brome 1 hit today, has been retired twice.
Yeah, looking for Bromey to get another swing in right here, especially ahead in the count.
Trudeau ready with the 1-0. Brome pummels this one to right center field. That's going to drop in right center for a base knock. Coming home to score his fellows. Right behind him being sent home is Harrison. Brome stops at first, and Cummings moves to third. A 2-run single for Ryan Brome. Do your thing, kid.
I mean, it's just that easy for the guy. It's just that easy.
You said it. Let's get weird.
Let's get weird, Austin. I mean, now we're trailing by 5 with the 4th and 5th run still on base at Matt King in the box.
Let's get weird. Runners on the corners, 8-3 the score. Crawdads down 5. First pitch to Matt King is a fastball called on the outside, 0-1.
Interesting.
What are your thoughts on the rally-killing home run?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was a pitcher and I gave up a rally-killing home run, I'd probably like it.
King flips this one to right field. That's trouble. Towards the line goes Luke Rossi. Towards the line, he dives, and he cannot make the catch. It drops in fair territory. Throw's going to come into second. Brome beats the throw. Coming home to score is Cummings, and it's 8-4.
Yeah, a little sausage piece from the right fielder out there. Fumbled it. Hard play, though. Had to leave his feet. And this brings up Moose.
Joey Donnelly, tying run is in the on-deck circle. Donnelly, a single, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout today.
I mean, isn't this crazy just how baseball works? We're out hitting them 9-7, and we're down 4.
Yep. First pitch. Donnelly takes off the inside, 1-0.
Walks, free passes, errors.
Slam Gilliam waits on deck.
I like that one.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 8-4, Crawdads down 4. Trudeau looks to second, now to the plate. Donnelly takes off the inside, gets past the catcher, Rudy. Both runners are going to advance. That is huge.
Yeah, now you got the double play out of order, which is obviously big. And plus now Matt King scores on a single. And especially with the 2-0 count, Moose is looking for a big fat pitch that he can just hit very far. Preferably, I would like to see one off the tank again, or the storage container, whatever that thing is in right field.
I wouldn't hate it.
I would not hate it either.
2-0. Donnelly takes way up high, ball 3. Kavaris Tears hit one last year that went. Do you know KT at all?
Not personally, but he's played against us.
Yeah.
I've seen him hit a ball very hard.
Yeah, he hit a ball like that hit off the top of the railing of the softball field over there.
Oh, wow.
3-0. Donnelly takes way inside, ball 4, gets past the catcher. Here comes Brome to the plate. He's going to score. So a run comes home. It's 8-5. All of a sudden, the tying run comes to the plate.
And it's, who is it again, Austin?
Slam Gilliam.
Slam Gilliam.
It's a good time for him to, you know,
Get the bat head out.
do the thing.
Park one.
Here's Sam Gilliam. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Gilliam, the tying run at the plate. First pitch to him, fastball on the outside corner, called a strike.
That was not the outside corner, but all right. Very generous zone at times from Tony here behind the plate.
0-1. Gilliam takes a curveball, called strike 2.
That was a good pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Trudeau.
I think Trudeau should go back to the heater right here. Try and elevate maybe.
Gilliam calls time. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Trudeau looks back to first, nods his head. 1-2. Slider off the outside, check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire.
Surprised
1 and
that
2.
wasn't called a strike. Just kidding.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not actually kidding.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
I'm just trying not to get fined.
I think you're fine. Here's the 1-2. Gilliam hits it high and deep to center field. Going back, Kenny DeSalle at the warning track. He looks up. It's off the top of the wall. A run comes home to score. Donnelly's heading for third. The relay throw into third is offline. Gets past the third baseman. No one's covering the plate. Donnelly's coming. The pitcher fumbles it. Gilliam's into third. It's a 1-run ball game.
The dads are weird, baby. The dads are weird.
So a double moves to third on the throw. He should get both RBI, because why not?
Yeah, why not? He smoked that. If he hits that anywhere else other than dead center, that ball leaves. And we have a tie game.
8-7. Gilliam is the tying run on third base.
Hold on, I need to mute real quick. Do a job.
Here's Tyson Pointer. Infield in. First pitch to Pointer is just off the outside. 1-0.
That's a really good call by Tony. Good pitch, just not a strike.
Shout out. I've always been a huge fan of Tony.
Huge fan of Tony.
One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Pointer. Same spot,
Now
called a
I don't
strike
like
this time.
Tony. Me and Tony are not friends right now. That was not a good call.
1-1 the count, 2 Pointer. Gilliam off third, 1 out. The 1-1. Pointer pops it up. This will not do the trick. Back of first, Ryan Pierce and the second baseman collide, but it's the second baseman, Santos, that makes the play for the second out. But you know what time it is.
The man who got it started.
To lead off this inning an 8-1 ball game. Cole Fellows knocked a single in the right field. Here he is batting for the second time this frame with a runner on third. That would be the tying run. Gilliam on third. Fellows represents the go-ahead run. First pitch to Fellows. Slider grounded to right, and it's off the glove of Pearson into right field, a base hit. Gilliam comes home to score. We are tied.
Barrel. Cole, Fellows, barrel. Every time. Not an easy out.
7-run inning for the Crawdads.
Didn't I say that we needed to go 1, 2, 3 like Blair did, and then put up 7?
And here's 707.
And now here's 707.
It's games like this that I'm just like, yeah, I love baseball.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, my dad texted me the other day when we came back and I pitched, and I got the win again. He was like, this team is so much fun to watch.
Griffin Harrison takes the first pitch up high, 1-0.
Like, how can you not be entertained with the Crawdads?
Well, Spencer is not a big baseball guy. Like, doesn't really even like baseball. But
he told me. Yeah.
Well, he told me the other day. He was like, this team, like, makes me want to watch baseball again. 1-0 to Harrison. High drive, left field. Going back is Kent. He will look up. It's off the top of the wall. Fellows is going to be sent at third base. Here comes the relay. It is way in time. Fellows is called out at the plate. Not sure why there was a send to the plate, but that'll end the inning. Harrison crushed that ball to left field. Fellows is thrown out at the plate, 7-6-2. Crawdads put up a 7 spot. We'll head to the top of the 8th, all tied up at 8. What a comeback for the Crawdads.
I mean, that's just huge. Questionable end of the inning right there, end of the rally, but, you know, you got to make them make 2 good throws and catches.
New pitcher for the Crawdads. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by
NorCal Oaks.
NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. The new pitcher is a catcher. It's Owen Firestone on the bump.
Fi.
Owen Firestone, I'm a huge, huge fan of Owen Firestone. Another just
Love
like
him.
plus human being.
Yep, he's coming to Lake Tahoe with us.
Firestone seems like he would be like a fun guy to spend a weekend in Tahoe with.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's very easygoing, very relaxed.
Works from the windup. His first pitch to Garrett Santos is a fastball tapped to the right side. Joey Donnelly, the new first baseman, scoops, throws to first with the covering.
P.
And actually, it's Ryan Brome at first base. Fellows is in center. Brome moves from center to first. So my apologies.
Yeah, him and JD are pretty similar build, similar actions playing first base at least.
So Fellows is in center field. Brome's at first. Firestone, 1 pitch, 1 out. You will take that.
Every time.
That'll bring up Ryan Pierce, who hit a 2-run home run that felt like it ended the game with his last swing.
Yeah.
Felt like it should have ended the game. First pitch to him is a slider popped up, 0-1. But these dads are really never out of it.
You know what's crazy? I think if I was hot today, I would be pitching.
Probably.
And not this inning, but the next one.
Yeah.
Ow.
Top half of the 8th inning, all 8s on the board.
Should I go put a jersey on?
0-1. Fastball high and tight, 1-1. I feel like if you're not feeling like great, there's no reason to throw.
No, my arm feels fine. I could pitch today, but there's just no need, really. I mean, I went 3 days, twice in 3 days.
1-1 tight, 2-1.
One was an extended outing, and plus we got Bergie and Joey Camerata in there that can hold it down.
Oh, Joey's here?
Yeah. He's actually, I think, getting really loose.
2-1.
There
Slider
it is.
tapped foul, 2-2.
It's a good pitch.
Owen Firestone is a catcher who kind of just volunteered to pitch.
You know, he went as a two-way to Cal Poly, and
Oh, he did?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, he's a two-way at Cal Poly, and he's actually, I've watched him playing catch. He's been really working on the slider, and right there it was great.
2-2. Fastball tapped to second base. Ryan Ellis gets a big hop on the backhand, throws to first, and retires Pierce, who is running like 0% to first base.
Yeah, just not a good look there. Not running balls out, especially some that could be bobbled, or you get a bad kick left or right or something.
Here's Jack Grant.
How about Firestone, man?
Yeah?
I mean,
It's impressive.
This is just fun to watch.
First pitch from the righty to the righty. Grant is a good slider
Good
off the
pitch.
outside. I think if that's a 2-strike count, that pitch
Chase
is
pitch.
swung over the top of.
Yeah, stuff looks really good today.
1-0. Fastball outside edge, 1-1. Freddie can get up to like 92 with the fastball.
Yeah, he's definitely got some arm strength being a catcher.
1-1. Fastball, ooh, called below the knees. 2-1.
Oh, wow. Okay, Tony.
2 balls, 1 strike. Firestone comes to the plate with the 2-1. Fastball popped up on the infield. Ryan Brome sprinting in from first base. Sam Gilliam, the catcher, goes out. Looks like it's his
1,
play.
2, 3 inning from Owen.
And it is. Owen Firestone goes 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Crawdads' momentum will try to continue when we come back here on the Crawdads Streaming Network.
Beautiful job.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by
NorCal Oaks.
NorCal Oaks, a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball. while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's Nolan Meredith.
The new pitcher.
Yep.
Welcome, Nolan.
He'll be facing Ryan Ellis, Casey Cummings, Ryan Brome. This is not a very,
That sucks.
I know, like, I would not want to face these three guys coming into a game.
That's hard. 3 really good hitters.
First pitch on its way to Ryan Ellis is pounded to right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Ellis is around first, heading for second. This could be 3. Rossi takes it in the right field corner. Ellis is instead going to slow down as he heads to second. A leadoff first pitch double.
He threw up
Dads
the
are right
Walnut
back in
Creek.
business. I'm a big fan of throwing up the Walnut Creek when you get to second.
Yeah, have to. Represent for the Creek.
All for the Creek. Crawdads baseball.
I feel like if there was just some way like we could get a good amount of people out to these games, they would love it and they would
I agree.
end up coming back.
I agree.
I think it's just kind of one of those things that they're just innocent and they don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just because it's a summer, like it's a college summer ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like when we had the kids out, there's no way that they didn't have fun.
I agree. Here's Casey Cummings. Walked in his last at bat. First pitch. Swing and a miss.
So I was gonna say I'd love to see a bunt here and move him over.
Also
Yeah,
love to see a
plus
bunt.
Casey would probably be safe. But I also like Casey swinging it. It doesn't matter, honestly. I think he can get the job done either way.
Does look like it's Joey Camerata, the righty from San Jose State, warming up in the bullpen. Oh, 1. Casey squares to bunt, taps it right side, foul. I like a bunt on the first pitch. I don't like a bunt 0-1 as much.
Well, I mean, I can see both sides of it. I definitely think the first pitch was a better pitch to bunt, and I think he probably had a better chance of success, but he also had a better chance to hit the first pitch than the second pitch. So it's kind of maybe you swing first if you see to do damage, and then if you can't, then just drop her down.
Ellis a big leadoff second. 0-2, he stops and starts. Cummings taps it foul off to the left. I was ready. Thought he was going.
I thought he was too, and he probably would have been safe.
Usually is. He
Not-
seems like he times guys better than anyone else on this team.
Not seeing a very good mixture of looks and holds from the pitcher here.
Step off.
Well, as I say that, he steps off. Cool.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs to Cummings. 8-8 the score, bottom 8th. Rudy sets on the outside. Now the 0-2 is lined straight back. Do it again.
Casey's having a tough at bat right here, having to battle pitches very early in it. Right now, I think if I was Casey, I'd be looking something hard away and just try to poke it.
Look to second. Another look. Now the 0-2. Cummings strikes out, swinging. Slider gets past the catcher. Rudy's up with it. He's going to throw to first. It is not in time. Gets into right field. Ellis is going to come home to score. Cummings moves to second. A drop third strike. The Crawdads take their first lead of the day.
I mean, the only way I can sum up that play is it's baseball. What do you think, Austin?
It's baseball. And you kind of knew. Like, as soon as the ball got past the catcher, it was like, oh, yeah. Ellis is going to score on this play.
it's a
Cummings is going to be on
spiraling-
second.
Yeah, it's a spiraling effect.
Jordan Bautista is going to head out and try to argue something. I didn't think there was much to be argued. Like, I think Casey has a right of way to the first base
Yeah,
bag.
what they're trying to argue here is the runner was in the baseline, but that is a very big loophole in college baseball and also probably baseball in general that with replay they've been able to call people out that have been in the line, and they've also called people out that haven't been in the line. So it's a very spotty subject, and they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, no replay here.
No one was looking. I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of the umpires were watching.
9-8 Crawdads. How the tables have turned. Ryan Brome, I feel like had the hit that really ignited it. A 2-run single in his last at bat.
Yeah. I mean, and it starts from Cole Fellows getting on first pitch.
First pitch grounded up the middle, right to the shortstop. Shaft goes to a knee to get it, throws low to first. It pulls the first baseman off the bag, goes into right field. Cummings comes home to score. It's 10-8.
And here comes the fall apart. I mean, bouncing throws now, not making routine plays.
This is brutal. I feel for them.
I do too. That just didn't look like a lot of effort there.
Here's Matt King.
It's the one thing you can't control.
King, a big RBI knock in his last at bat. First pitch to him here is called a ball. Brock Rudy's going to fully stand up and talk to the umpire about it. I thought it was a strike.
I even honestly made the motion in the booth that it was a strike because I thought it was right down the middle. I must be blind.
Something like that. Meredith comes set at the belt.
Oh, but we'll take it.
1-0. King chops it off himself, 1-1. 10-8 Crawdads.
Who would have thought?
You, apparently.
Yep.
Top of the 7th.
Always trust in the dads.
Looking for their first series sweep of the year. One. King taps this one to third, foul.
I'd like to see Matt King go the other way right here because I think he's going to get another off-speed pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
He's trying to go quick here.
Meredith sets. Now to the plate. Fastball lined up the middle. That's a base hit.
That was not a good 1-2 pitch, I'm going to be honest with you.
Matt King liked it.
Shoot, I would too. The old 1-2 heater right down the middle. Beautiful thing.
There's Joey Donnelly. Donnelly walked in his last at bat. He has a hit today. He's reached base 3 times. Dude just gets on.
He's just a machine. The moose is loose.
I don't think we talk enough about how much finesse Donnelly has at the plate. Because you think of him as a big power hitter, but also walks a ton, doesn't strike out much. First pitch to him here is called a ball. Feel bad for Brock Rudy right now because he's working, and that's a pitch that's been called a strike all day.
He's doing everything he can to get his pitcher that call, but Tony, the umpire, is just not giving it to him.
1-0. Donnelly swings through a good changeup, 1-1.
My biggest thing that I like about Joey is that he doesn't carry at bats with him. Like
Yeah.
The other day, when he hit the walk-off, I think he went like fly out, punch out, walk-off.
Yep.
I mean, it's easy to go back-to-back strikeouts and get a little mad, get a little frustrated, but he stayed with it and came through big.
1-1, good changeup, swung on and missed. And I think that's what I've seen the biggest difference from Joey this year to last year. Because last year
Maturity, for sure.
he had that weird 2 for 36 stretch. I don't know if you've heard about that, where just it looked like he was so in his head. And he's gotten so much better at that this year.
I've been impressed.
1-2, way outside, 2-2. Big. Really, there's not a guy on this team that I don't like, but I'm a big Joey Donnelly fan. Like I'll always have a special place in my heart because for all the returners, really, but Joey, quality dude, always reaches out, asks me how I'm doing. So big
He's
Joey
a great
fan.
dude.
He's not bad at the plate either. 2-2, slider down low, 3-2.
Just now getting hungry.
What have you eaten today?
I had a breakfast bagel.
Nice.
That was really good. What about you?
3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Brome off second, King off first. Here's the 3-2. Donnelly taps it. Staying fair, but foul. I had an Ike sandwich.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Got the beast mode.
I'm a big beast mode guy.
It's delicious.
Love the beast mode. I also like the MILF. That one.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
Uh-huh. Didn't want to say the full name. It's the name of the sandwich.
Yeah, true. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Look to second. The beast mode, by the way, is fried chicken, bacon, barbecue sauce,
Like a little spicy barbecue
Yeah.
sauce.
cheddar.
Yeah.
Big beast mode guy. Yeah. It's pretty gas. 3-2 to Donnelly. Line drive, base hit, right field. That'll bring in at least Brome. Brome comes home to score. Kings around to third. Donnelly a big turnaround first, but he'll stop there. An RBI knock for Joey Donnelly. It's 11-8.
That's just a great piece of hitting by Moose. Chokes up a little bit and takes a fastball right where it's hit on the inside corner, going right center. Beautiful work of art from the kid.
Here's Gilly with a chance to really break this game completely wide open.
We've multiplied their hits by 2. We have 1 less error, so it seems like the game has turned a little bit.
Yeah. 11-8 Crawdads. A game that never felt like it was going the Crawdads' way.
Just an offensive explosion.
First pitch, Gilliam takes a slider on the outside, strike 1. Wouldn't mind a Gilly tank here.
I wouldn't either. That'd be pretty fun to watch.
Would kind of separate himself from the pack for player of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know who the player of the game is yet.
0-1, down low. I think Gilliam might be up there. But it was one big hit for Gilly. I mean, Ryan Brome had another 2-run single.
I'm a big, I really like Moose. I really like, honestly, even Cole Fellows.
Yeah.
I know he got subbed in late, but
1-1, swings over a changeup.
that was an impact.
Yeah, definitely. Griff has a pair of doubles quietly.
Yeah, Griff too. I think Griff Yats are really good.
The only thing about Griff is he hasn't driven in any runs,
Yeah,
which hurts his case a little bit.
I probably almost did.
1-2, strike 3 swinging, good changeup for. Oh, that's only the first out of the inning. Oh boy. Wow. Here's Tyson Pointer. Could it go to a pitcher? I don't feel like in an 11-8 game a pitcher should get it.
No,
Kind of like fundamentally against that.
no, I don't think so.
I don't hate Cole.
I really like that. We'll see. He's on deck.
First pitch to Pointer is a curveball up high, 1-0.
He's gonna get another at bat, hopefully.
I think if Cole goes 3 for 3 off the bench, he's player of the game.
I just think his first hit was just
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
And it started the whole rally.
1-0. Pointer checks his swing. Oh, man. Don't know where that ball missed. 2-0.
I'll tell you, so like when you have a block of Swiss cheese, there's a hole right in the center of it,
Uh-huh.
and that's where
That's where that one missed.
Yes. Right down the middle.
Wow. As Carson would say, that one was too middle.
Yeah, it caught too much plate.
It's a really, really tough call.
I just honestly, like, I don't know. Surely it's not that hard to be an umpire.
It's an all-time line from you.
Like, surely it's not that
No, I agree. Like, it can't be that hard.
Yeah, we need to get a little bit of Max input on this.
2-0.
I mean,
called
that
a
is
strike.
that is horrible.
Mac was an umpire. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, no, I did. We've talked about this. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Back-to-back miserable calls.
2-1. Pointer takes up high. Probably called a strike.
Nah, this one he left. I think it's because it was almost at his face.
I mean, there was one below his shoes yesterday that he called a strike. So
You're right. You're right.
big hitters count for Pointer. We'll see if he takes advantage here on the 3-1. Slider tried to take advantage, fouled it back into the glove of Rudy. 3-2. Pulled his head a little bit.
Yeah, just tried to muscle up there, maybe just pulled the head a little and reached out. Now you got to go back to two-strike approach here.
3-2. Pointer chops this one to the left side, could be 2. Grant is going to only go to first, throws high, but Pierce did a little like side shuffle to stay on the bag. Run comes home to score. It's 12-8.
Back into that play was a little suspect.
The mamas and papas.
Let's, Mac, how hard is it to be a home plate umpire? How hard is it to be a home plate umpire?
Depends on what level you're doing. I'll tell you what, better than baseball.
Yeah, so surely it can't be that hard.
Here's Cole Fellows, 2 for 2 off the bench today. First pitch down low, 1-0.
For you ladies and gentlemen that didn't hear that, Max said that it gets easier the better baseball,
I think this is solid
Right.
baseball.
which he's right. This is solid baseball. These pitches are not that difficult to see. And it's just,
Look to second now, the 1-0. Fellows lines it straight back, 1-1.
oh, he was on it, just missed it.
Fellows has a pair of home runs. The last one he hit was an inside the Parker. The one before was weird. It was just a big spinning ball to center field that took the lead after Brian DeRoff hit a 3-run homer to tie the game.
Yeah.
A ton of power. 1-1. Fellows takes the slider low, 2-1.
What's impressive to me is the barrel accuracy of Cole Fellows. Like, it seems like every ball he puts in play is always hit pretty firm.
Agreed. He might have the prettiest swing on the team.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, for sure.
2-1. Fellows chops it to first, foul.
I think I'm biased because I like left-handed swings.
Yeah.
A little
Don't we
bit
all?
better. Yeah, I think it's kind of
Left-handed everything. Like, I think lefty shooters in basketball are prettier.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things. You just like the left-handed swings just seem to look a little bit.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fellows chops it to the right side. Garrett Santos goes to a knee, throws to first, and finally retires the side. 4 runs come home for the Crawdads. We'll head to the top of the 9th where the Dads will try to shut it down here on the Crawdad streaming network. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by
NorCal Oaks.
who are
NorCal Oaks.
NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of
Baseball and softball.
attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's the Spartan, Joey Camarada from San Jose State, big right-handed pitcher facing Brock Rudy. First pitch he throws is down and in, 1-0. Joey, a big, hard-throwing righty.
Very
Really good
unique
slider.
Look. Yeah, very unique look. Low slot, kind of hides the ball well.
1-0. Fastball fouled to the left. 89 on the fastball. It is. There's a lot of funk from Joey.
Yes, I like it a lot. Granted, I am also very strange, but
Roll call time.
oh, there is a roll call happening in the Crawdads bullpen.
1-1, way outside, 2-1. I'm a big fan of this bullpen.
Yeah, the roll call is just something we have to do, especially when Coach Cummings says he likes it and that he wants to be.
Oh, he likes it?
He wants to be involved. We have to include him in them now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. 2-1. Topper to the first base side.
That dude just broke his thumbs.
Joey Donnelly runs it to the bag, and they call it foul?
Where? Oh, sorry. Shoot, sorry.
No, you're allowed to. It's okay.
My bad, folks. That was probably a little loud. I didn't mute myself.
It's okay. You should have heard me after the Ellie walk. No. What was right before the Ellie walk? Max's home run against the Crabs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one like fully blew out.
Warning, headphone users.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. Yeah.
So called the foul. Okay.
No, not okay. That's garbage.
I agree. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Camerata to Rudy.
I mean, there's just no feel from Tony right there.
2-2 off the outside. No, that's not Tony's fault. That was the first base umpire.
He called that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, Tony.
Tony's trying.
What's
his
the
hardest.
first base ump's name?
I don't know.
Miguel.
Miguel.
I mean, Miguel.
3-2, way up high, ball 4. So what should have been an out instead is a walk.
We're just frustrated now because of what Miguel just did.
Yeah.
There's no way that was a foul ball because it almost broke the dude's thumbs and he trickled it to first base. It hit in the grass. It can't hit off your person and land in the grass. It's the same.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's just the same thing as like Casey's fly ball that he caught at the wall. How does it bounce over his head and him with his back to the wall and it go in his glove?
Here's Luke Rossi, first pitch, grounded to the right side, foul.
I mean, Rossi didn't look like he wanted any part of that. At bat, he stepped out.
Yeah.
As Camerata brought the ball towards him.
Surprised he swung.
I'm not. It was very defensive. Just watch his front foot here.
No balls, 1 strike. Camerata delivers. Slider called outside. Good spot, good height, good everything. Bad call. Oh, I'm sitting. Did I steer your chair? Were you using this? Okay, cool.
I'm just frustrated right now.
1-1. Same spot, called a strike.
Thanks, Tony. Stay hot. Those back-to-back sliders are great pitches there. Obviously, the hitter's body is moving completely out of the box. Doesn't really want anything away, so staying away is great.
1-2. Slider way outside. Diving stop by Sam Gilliam.
I threw one of those the other day.
Yeah, you did.
So stupid.
How much, like, how long do you remember your previous outings?
I can recite what happened to all of them.
Each of them from this summer?
Yeah.
2-2, down low 3-2.
Not every individual pitch, but I can tell you probably what I did each hitter.
Wow. Is that like a pitchers do that just generally, or are you special?
Maybe I'm just weird, dude. I don't know.
Keep Fitzy weird. 3-2. Slider got him.
That was
Just flung the bat at it.
just not a competitive swing, just not a competitive at bat there.
Joey's been great this summer.
Yeah, it's just gross. I feel bad for that dude that just had to sit there and swing through sliders. It sucks.
The thing I've heard most from pitchers that were 2 ways in high school are like, I didn't want to keep looking like that at the plate.
You know, for me, I just hate hitting.
Okay.
There's just no other way around it.
Rossi swings through a first pitch slider 0-1.
It's just not a lot. I mean, so like I like hitting and then like doubles, or like I like running after I hit. That's fun. I just don't like standing in the box and swinging at stuff.
0-1 slider off the outside, 1-1.
Because it's honestly, I think it's because it's hard. And
Hitting?
Pitching is definitely hard. Sometimes harder, but like hitting just sucks, dude. Because I mean, you can square a ball up and you're still out.
1-1. Way up high, 2-1.
Looking for a ground ball double play right here to secure the Dads this victory.
Looks like Austin Berggren is doing some light tossing in the bullpen.
Yeah, probably just in case it gets a little south.
2-1, popped up behind second. Coming in is the right fielder, Pointer. Looks like he has it. He does for the second out.
One more out.
Are you sprinting down as soon as we make the third out?
Probably not.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah. I'll take my time.
Here's Blake Schaff. (12-8) Crawdads. One of the biggest comebacks really in Crawdad history.
Just a very impressive showing from the offense after not having a lot of things fall for them.
First pitch, Schaff swings through a fastball, 0-1.
Just good to see them stay with it and stay with their approach. And you look up, and now we have 15 hits.
8-7-3 runs, hits, errors for the Admirals. 12-15-2. It's too many numbers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
0-1. Fastball called outside, high.
Absolutely no feel, ladies and gentlemen. I can just tell you this just from being up here. There's no feel from the umpire crew this game.
Like, dude, we want to go home.
I'm sure he does too. I'm sure the Admirals want to too. I mean, they're not running stuff out at all.
1-1. Fastball tight. 2-1. That one I think is a little more excusable because Sam had to move left to right.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I mean, if the ball is over the plate,
Yeah.
it's over the plate.
2-1. Fastball hit high, deep to left center field. Cole Fellows going back to his right, goes into a lunge, can't make the catch as it bounds to the warning track. Rudy is going to be sent home. Throw goes into the cutoff man King. No throw to the plate. It's 12-9.
That was a good piece of hitting. Just really smoked that one into the left center gap. But again, I think you can go back and say that the count was different, maybe different outcome.
Here's the 9th place hitter, Gavin Martinez. 12-9 now. Top half of the 9th inning. Martinez, the lefty, steps out, delaying the inevitable.
Yep. This is the one.
First pitch to the lefty. Down low, good block by Gilliam. Keeps it close enough, 1-0.
Yeah, Bergey's still throwing in the bullpen. Not really sure why. There's 2 outs.
1-0. Line drive to short
Actually,
over the head of Matt King. A dink single into left field.
I lied.
Coming home to score is Schaff, and it's 12-10. Tying run to the plate.
I lied. Now Bergey should be throwing because we're up only 2 runs. Granted, there's 2 outs still, so we're not really in trouble yet, but
Coby, you know it doesn't become a safe situation. Like, you know, it can't become a safe situation in the middle of the inning. So he wouldn't. Here's Kenny DeSalle, the leadoff hitter, takes a first pitch slider that dances to the heart of the plate, 0-1.
yeah, this is a difficult position for Bergey to be in because you got to kind of manage not getting too warm, but warm enough to go in if you're needed. The beauty of being a bullpen arm.
Slider on the outside, 0-2. Kenny DeSalle didn't think so.
Thank you, Tony.
Man, I haven't talked enough about how much I love Tony Ortiz.
I haven't either. I mean, Tony's just doing a great job behind the plate right now. That last call was really good.
You should do it again.
4 balls off, but it was a strike.
0-2. Slider down and away, 1-2.
I want to see a challenge pitch right here from Joey.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at the dish for the Admirals. 12-10 the score. 1-2. Slider outside, gets past Gilliam, moving over to second. No, there's going to be a throw. It's just a little late, gets into center field a little bit, but Ellis backs it up well. Runner in scoring position now.
Yeah, just missed with the slider again, same spot as the previous pitch. Really looking for a fastball now. I think you just challenge him because 7 out of 10 times Hall of Famers get themselves out.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Camerata to DeSalle. Slider popped up behind the infield. Cole Fellows, the center fielder, coming in, makes the catch. The Crawdads come back from down 8-1 and win 12-10. The game went 3 hours and 2 minutes. Sam Gilliam is having a chat with the first base umpire. Wow.
I mean, looks like the Admirals are talking mess.
Wow. So it's going to end the game. Brent Cummings is now talking to the opposing team as well. You know what? The Admirals just got swept and lost a 7-run lead. So Coby Segal and Justin Haas, thanks for listening.
I mean, my co-host Coby Segal. And what a comeback for the Crawdads. I keep on saying this, and it seems like each one just keeps on getting crazier and crazier, and this one might just take the cake. But before we get into that, let's take a look around the CCL. And so, let me pull up the read here. You would think I have it memorized by now, but this look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours. American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete. And so, obviously, you see your score here. Walnut Creek Crawdads win 12-10. The Healdsburg Prue Packers are beating the Sonoma Stompers 6-4 in the bottom ninth. So, looks like the Healdsburg Prue Packers have that one. So, looks like the Crawdads are not going to make up any ground today, most likely. That's not over yet, but it's Healdsburg, so what do you expect? And then we've got the Santa Barbara Foresters beating the Arroyo Seco Saints 7-0 at Pershing Park in the top of the seventh. And the Conejo Oaks play at the OC Riptide later today at 7 p.m. And so let's just talk about this game, Coby, because not only was it a comeback victory for the Crawdads, they swept the Admirals. I mean, get your brooms out, people. Let's go for a little sweep in here. But what did you make of it?
I thought it was tremendous mental toughness for them to be down 8-1, and uh, it was said on the broadcast, I believe by Austin, that once Ryan Pierce did the home run, it kind of felt like it kind of felt like the game was over. It was like, I don't know, here we go again. Let's just get out of here. But no, this team, I mean, started by Cole Fellows with a leadoff base hit in the 7th off the bench. This team just fights, and I I didn't think there would be there would be there would be another comeback. I mean, I thought we saw the comeback of the year when Duroff did a 3-run home run. Then I thought it was the best comeback when Farfan did a home run. And now, I mean, I don't know how they can top this. They stay 2.5 back of Healdsburg, keep winning. I mean, something about this team, they just pull off this, like, devil magic stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think like the Ryan Ellis walk off, I think that was more dramatic just because it's a walk off. Like a walk off will always be inherently, more shocking, but this is more impressive to score 7 runs in the 7th inning, down 8-1 to tie it up, and then to score 4 runs in the 8th to take the lead. And it's good that they scored 4 runs because Camerata gave up a couple runs in the 9th, and so it gave them a little insurance, a little bit of a cushion, and the Crawdads needed that today because I think what we've seen these last couple games is that both of these lineups are great. It's just pitching has been at a premium, and when you look at this, I mean, honestly, the Admirals had good pitching for 6 innings, only allowing 1 run. Granted, they were giving up some hits, but they were able to kind of minimize the damage a little bit, but obviously kind of just exploded on them in that 7th inning. But yeah, I mean, what do you credit toward that comeback for the Crawdads?
Well, it was not only was it the Crawdads, but the Admirals made a lot of mistakes. They had 3 errors, some wild pitches, and I think you said that they had great pitching through 6 innings, and I think some other teams in the CCL just don't have the depth of pitching that the Crawdads do, and we've seen it throughout this season that the Crawdads are able to come back late, partly because of the lack of depth now, where the Crawdads have a lot of depth. Another depth guy, Griffin Harrison, who's going to be the player of the game, I think.
Yes, and so let me get that read up here. Your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the Forward Freeway. Griffin Harrison, pleasure having you on the show. First time on the show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so, all right, yesterday you had maybe your best game of the season where you had 3 hits. That's the most you've had in a game. And then today you add on a couple more hits. What's been going well for you lately?
I've been seeing the ball well. I've been widening out my stance, which is helping me hit the off speed, which is what I struggled with early on.
And then obviously, as you know, John Gazdar, who was playing at shortstop, he's no longer with the squad, but that opens up more at-bats for other guys like yourself. And you play shortstop, you play third, you play second, you play center, you play everything. But, I mean, even though obviously Gazdar's a loss, what has that allowed you to do to be able to get some more at-bats coming forward?
I mean, he's a great ball player. He's going to the Cape, which is awesome for him. But that does open up another infield spot for me to play more infield.
And so now you come off this sweep, and you have a couple non-league games, but then you also have another matchup against Healdsburg. And as we know, very competitive series against Healdsburg, and you guys took that. What do you guys need to do to, basically keep a hold of that season series and be able to go up 3-4?
I think pitching. Our pitching has been dominant lately, throwing a lot of strikes. So if we continue to throw strikes, then I think our bats are good enough to hit any team in summer ball. So just pitching is the main thing, I believe.
All right, well, Mr. 707, pleasure having you on the squad.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
And so your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the 4 freeway. And so, pleasure having Mr. Griffin Harrison on the show.
Always.
Like I said, first time, and honestly, earlier in the year, I believe when we had Casey Cummings on, Brant made it a point that that could have been a time when Griffin came on earlier, and he's been consistent all year. And like I mentioned, 3 hits yesterday, 2 today. He's really coming into his own. What do you make of Griffin Harrison? What he's been able to do?
Well, he he had a little bit of a slow start of the season, but I think part of that was maybe not playing that much. But these last 2 games, he's had 5 hits, and he's really emerged as a reliable guy. We've seen him hit 1 homer, but since then we really haven't seen the power. But today we saw the power, 2 rocket doubles off the wall in left field, and 2 really huge doubles. He's been great lately.
Yeah, for sure. And it wasn't just Harrison. You look at a kid like Cole Fellows. He came in late to the game. He still got 3 at bats. He got a couple hits out of that 8 spot. So when your 8 and 9 hitters are getting multiple hits, that's the reason why we see this comeback victory right here. I mean, you look at top. Obviously, you got Ryan Ellis, easy couple hits. That's just what he does. You've got Ryan Brown with a couple hits, Matt King, Joey Donnelly. All of them had a couple hits. Casey Cummings in the second spot, he got a hit. And I mean, that's one of your best players, and even he didn't get multiple hits in his return, but still able to put up 15 hits as a team. I mean, overall, what do you see from this lineup?
Well, I said it with the pitching, but the depth of this lineup, like we see the Admirals, they have guys like Kenny DeSalle and Ryan Pierce, but they don't really have the talent up and down the lineup that the Crawdads do. I mean, Cole Fellows, I know he pinch hit, but having Cole Fellows 8th, I mean, Tyson Pointer 7th, who we saw have a little bit better games today. I mean, Brome has a chance to get all of these RBIs because guys down at the bottom of the lineup are able to get on base. So just the depth is really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned Kenny DeSalle and some of those Crawdads or those Admirals guys, and the Crawdad killer, Kenny DeSalle, didn't have a hit today. And you look at the rest of the lineup, you've got Santos hitting second, and he got a couple hits. But beside that, everyone else got a hit. So lots of parity in this lineup. It's a very deep lineup, and they do have some good players. I mean, Ryan Pierce, we know, is a stud, and obviously we've talked about DeSalle. But, I mean, not too many guys did, like, that much damage, if you will. What did you see from the Admirals lineup today?
Well, they were willing to let the Crawdads let them on base because they walked 8 times. So clearly the Admirals were not phased by the stuff of the Crawdads. They were patient, and they were even when they get down 0-2, they weren't anxious. We saw multiple walks going from 0-2 to a walk. So just great patience and willing to kind of let the pitchers get themselves into some trouble.
Yeah, like you said, lots of walks, and I think that was the big issue with this Crawdads pitching. And you look at a kid like Tyler Wood, in 3 2/3 innings, he allowed 4 walks. And, I mean, he allowed 3 hits, too, and 3 earned runs. And especially coming off his last performance where he was nearly perfect through 5 against Sacramento Heat. Like, I understand that this is a step up for him. This is a CCL affiliate squad. But a little disappointing in how he did. But, again, I mean, 3 2/3, 3 earned runs. Like we said before, as long as you don't get blown up as a pitcher, as long as you're able to kind of avoid those crooked numbers, then at that point, you're really able to keep this squad into the game because we know how potent this lineup is. What did you make of Tyler Wood's performance and just the whole bullpen as a whole?
Well, I think Tyler Wood had a little bit of a rough start, but I think he settled in nicely. I mean, they talked about the umpire so much on the broadcast.
Tony's the home play umpire.
Yes.
I know that because
Tony.
Fitz was saying his name a bunch.
Like, this isn't necessarily an excuse, but it is really hard when maybe you're not getting the zone you expect, and maybe it's not consistent. So, I mean, that makes it tough, and I think that could have contributed to some of the walks. It's uncomfortable for Tyler Wood out there, but I think he wants to be more like he was against Sacramento Heat. First pitch strikes, pounding the zone, and he kind of needs to trust that his stuff is good enough that if they hit the ball, like, that's okay. Like, they're not gonna crush the ball, like they're not gonna crush the ball all the time, and and they might swing and miss too. So I think trusting your stuff that's going to be good enough, and you don't necessarily need to throw the perfect pitch. Like no one really throws perfect pitches, so it doesn't necessarily need to be on the corners, and it can be maybe just a little outside instead of way outside. It can be a little inside. So I mean, I think trusting yourself. I think Tyler Wood needs to do more of that.
Yeah, it's funny because Brant Cummings showed me a sign a few days ago that said it doesn't matter how hard you throw a ball for. And it's funny, but it's actually true too, you know? I mean, I think that's been the problem a lot. Sometimes just getting a little cute with it. Like it doesn't if your slider is 5 feet outside, it doesn't matter if, you know, when it's ball 4 because at that point, you know, then it's non-competitive pitches, and I think we see that a lot of times sometimes in the CCL. And honestly, looking at just the bullpen as a whole, I mean, Delaney allowed 2 earned runs, Blair allowed 2 earned runs, Camarada allowed 2 earned runs. Like, Firestone was the one guy. He only went 1 inning, but it was a 1-2-3 inning for him. And for a guy who isn't really a bullpen, like, relief pitcher, I mean, he's a catcher by trade, but he's been trying out the relief role, and it's been solid for him. And honestly, you could have told me he would have been a co-player of the game. I wouldn't be mad. I mean, he got the win in this. You know, being able to keep the Crawdads in it for when they made their comeback. But yeah, I mean, what'd you make of Firestone's performance?
Well, he just went right in there and attacked these hitters. These hitters were used for the most part of the game, almost being maybe not intentionally pitched around, but they had to be patient. With Owen Firestone, he took advantage of that, just pounding the zone with strikes, and they rolled over a bunch of times. So, I mean, I am really proud of Owen Firestone, catcher turned pitcher, not used to pitching, but I mean, he was not afraid, and I'm very, very proud of him.
Yeah, for sure. I just think it's so funny how he realized that he throws like 92.
Yeah, just
and he was
realized
like,
that.
all right,
It's like,
I'll
oops.
give it a try. It's summer ball. You know, let's just throw me out there. And he's been out there a couple times, and he's been decent, really good today. But yeah, I mean, do you have any final thoughts on this game as a whole?
I mean, the Crawdads, they just keep doing it.
It's unreal,
I
man.
honestly don't understand it.
It's unreal. And to come back in this fashion, to get your first sweep of a CCL team this year, obviously they swept the Crabs, but that was a 2-game series and that was non-league. For this to be a 3-game series, and granted, it's an affiliate squad, but I mean, it still counts the same in the CCL standings. Very impressive for the Crawdads, and we'll see what they have in store this week. Have a couple days off, obviously Monday off, and then Tuesday, 4th of July, you know, celebrate Independence Day. But we'll be back here on Wednesday against the Game Prep Trojans, which that is going to be a fascinating team to find information on.
Oh, yeah.
I always look forward to those non-league games. But I was talking about it with Griffin before. Healdsburg on Thursday, back at Recreation Park.
It's big.
I mean, yeah, we talk about how, you know, the Crawdads weren't really able to make up much ground this weekend because Healdsburg keeps on winning too. Well, now you get this matchup. If you win it, hey, that's a game back right there. And so we'll see what they can do. But for my co-host, Coby Segal, I am Justin DeHaas. Thank you again for watching the Walnut Creek Crawdads postgame show.